is some
Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray, joined by Dan Lifshatz today. Dan, how are you?
What's going on? I'm good.
Remember this song?
I do. Did you? It tells me Joe didn't listen to the podcast. Oh no.
Well, no, that's where I'm going with it.
Oh, okay.
Why is the song being played?
Oh, it was the former introduction to the Banker Boys over on the 95 podcast.
There you go.
Which is now the new podcast that we're doing has a similar intro that unfortunately.
Oh, it does. You know what's funny? I had you guys in studio, so I felt like I didn't need to listen to the pod.
That's fine. No.
But now I feel like I gotta go listen on the way home.
Just to the intro, but I think you'll find this funny. Is that you, me, and here and Jeff were making AI intros one day, right? So I took the start of that song, the Cream song, and I cut it, and then I put in a AI intro that created for the Boston Handicappers podcast, and now that is the intro. So you have a fun little mix there. There you go.
Well, Dan Lifshatz of the Boston Handicappers podcast and network.
Yep.
At Boston Handicap
PP.
PP? Because I get that one. I know what that stands for.
There it is. Yeah, we did retire that. Unfortunately, no more bell, no more PP. That is.
I know, it's funny. The other night I said ring the bell, and everyone's like, no, we're not doing that.
No, that's over.
And I was like, oh.
Yep.
Well, I'm still gonna do it anyway. Whenever I'm like really hot on something, just ring the bell.
Ring the bell. Well, I mean, look, when we're together, I'm all good.
We'll just ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Well, we're gonna be here the next couple of weekends, Dan. So
that's right.
I'm ready to open up a nice little. Maybe just a nice little preview of every division, maybe.
Ooh, okay. I could be in for that.
Maybe some future bets.
Could be in for that.
I know college football starting up as well. I already have my Heisman pick.
Oh, okay.
I have put it in. I got 10-1 odds. I probably could have got it better odds.
Okay.
I think you know who my guy is.
I don't know who your guy is, so I'm interested to hear this.
But I probably could have got better odds. I feel like at 10-1, it's a good number.
Okay.
And so I'm on it. So I'll give that to you guys coming up in a little bit.
I had Hunter last year at a ridiculous number. I think I had 60-1 and 55-1. I don't think I gave that out, but it was just an impersonal bet.
Who was the favorite last year, by the way?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Was it Quinn Ewers? Because Arch Manning is the favorite this year.
I don't know off the top of my head. I think
2024.
I know it wasn't Gabriel, because Gabriel was the other one that I had pretty solidly last year. I think he was like 20-1. I actually, you know what? I'll have to go back and take a look. I don't remember off the top of my head last year.
It was so at one point Travis Hunter was huge. Ashton Genty, Dylan Gabriel.
Well, I mean, that was the final three.
Oh, yeah, this is on December 14th.
JT that opened the year was like 150-1, like or 200-1. I mean, it wasn't remotely. He wasn't even remotely close.
Let's see. Dylan Gabriel and Carson Beck, they were the favorites.
I don't was Gabriel. I thought I got Gabriel at a ridiculous number. He might have been hit by. There is a service that is very, very sharp that releases Heisman bets, and I know Gabriel was released by them, so I don't remember the what it was. So I'll go back and take a look. I know Beck was definitely one of the favorites, no doubt about it. I'll have to go back and take a look at who else was.
All right,
let's see. Maybe he did close in that 10-1 range. Gabriel, that is.
Okay. Well, we got a lot going on here. Do you want to start with your thoughts on the Red Sox going for a sweep today? But, of course, they're now 2-0 since the trade deadline. I can give you historical numbers that they're not good after the trade deadline. Like, they've been 500 or worse
with Cora,
for the last 5 years.
With Cora, yeah. I mean, they've been historically bad. So I think the bigger, the bigger discussion point around the trade deadline is what exactly did they try to do? Like, I've heard a lot of they got Dustin May as the consolidation prize, like the consolidation prize. Jeez, consolation prize.
There you go. I got you.
God, I'm having a rough day. I'm very excited. I'm very tired. I was up till very late last night watching a show I should not have been watching. Yes, consolation prize.
Oh, wait. Okay, bookmark. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's a very stupid show. It wasn't like
No, it's okay. No, keep going.
Yeah,
Keep
consolation
going.
prize.
I'll
Anyways.
get into the show.
Consolidation. Okay. Anyways, yes. So I don't think that was the case at all. I think that that deal was done hour and a half before the deadline. I think that was something that they liked. I don't think they liked Tibbs, which sucks because I really like Tibbs as a prospect. I don't think they valued him whatsoever, which is why they were willing to ship him for a guy who feels like an absolute zero. I mean, I think he's a 4 or 5 at best in your rotation, most likely. So that kind of sucks. I think I disagree with a lot of the large reporting around. I disagree with.
Can I give you a quick one
yeah,
today?
Feel free.
I read this morning that Marcelo Meyer was getting an injection in his hand.
He's out for the year.
Could be back.
He's out for the year.
Bob Nightingale reported within the last 15 minutes that he's probably done for the year.
Jeff.
So what is it?
Jeff was producing last week when I was on with McCarthy. You can validate this. I said Marcelo Meyer's out for the year last week. He's out for the year.
That's correct.
Stunned if he comes back. From what I heard. And again, I'm not telling you I have like the best source in the world, but I do have a decent source like that gives me some good information. That Meyer's not coming back. And I'd be very surprised if they rushed him.
I'll get the Meyer update on that one because the lineup has been announced for today. But I believe I did see a report that he was going to get an injection. But just a thing on Meyer real quick. He had the wrist injury last year.
Yep.
It's something they need to monitor. And I wouldn't have been surprised if he maybe was involved in some of these moves. They didn't want to remove anybody from their active roster. He wasn't technically on the active roster, right?
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised by that. I also wouldn't be surprised if maybe the Red Sox farm system isn't as good as we think and the rest of the league thinks.
I'm not sure it's as deep as fans think. I think it's not quite as deep as fans think. Like, for instance, like the Phillies went out, traded Mick Abel, and the other kid who I'm blanking on the name right now, but pretty highly touted, from the Phillies and got Yohan Duran. I think the Red Sox were really, really in on Yohan Duran. The problem with the pitching prospects they have is you don't really have a guy like Abel, who is not quite as good as Tolley, but isn't as bad as early, in some of the other guys that are in that system. So again, how deep is it when you can't pull like a good but not great, pitching prospect and throw him in a deal for a guy like Yohan Duran? And I think to me, that's exactly kind of shows maybe the depth of their system as of right now isn't nearly as good because they just picked a million different pitchers the last couple of years and now they're starting to develop them. But as of right now, the system isn't as deep and they don't have as guys far along as other systems do. And because of that, they might not be rated as highly or valued as highly, etc. So that's kind of the way that I kind of look at that. Is I think the depth of the system is there, but it's not ready enough to have the value that people want it to have. Like, in a year or two, we could be viewing that very differently. But right now, because of where they are in their development, all these pitchers are in their development, it's not quite as high as people think.
I had a lot of things on the Red Sox this week. One, I don't actually know what Breslow said. He said that he entered the deadline with no untouchables. We were uncomfortably aggressive.
Okay, so this is where a lot of people don't believe him, and I believe him. I do believe
so in a way, what's funny? I blamed Henry off the bat.
I do too.
I blamed Henry for not getting deals across the finish line. There's a couple of things with Henry that I stand with. It's just hard if you're a Red Sox fan. Meaning, what he's doing in Liverpool, people criticize him for that. Liverpool makes more money probably than the Red Sox. Would you agree with that? Okay.
They do.
So
but it's not to the point where they're spending all this money on Liverpool and then they shouldn't be spending anything on the Red Sox, which is what they're
I just
doing.
think they don't spend on both. And who brought this up to me is Taylor Twellman was talking about Liverpool, and obviously he's got an opinionated mind.
Sure.
And he basically said, hey, he should be investing in Liverpool. The problem is he doesn't invest in both at the same time.
Well, I would disagree with Twellman. strong.
No, I mean they're spending. Are they spending, Dan? Yeah, but are they being aggressive?
No, they're they're spending a crap ton of money this offseason.
Well, you hope this offseason.
I'm talking about Liverpool right now.
That's what I mean. No, Liverpool's going. They're going for it. Right. They're motivated.
Right. So they're about to buy Alexander Isaac, who's
and by the way,
one of the top strikers in the world. And they're about to pay 150 million pounds for him, 125.
I commend him for doing that because Liverpool and soccer are huge.
Right. Now, to be fair, they just sold Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich for 75 million pounds. So they're really only spending 50, 60, whatever it's going to be, maybe 75 if it's 150. I don't know what the exact price for Isaac is going to be, but they're really spending only X amount. But nonetheless, the reality is, Joe, is that they're investing pretty heavily in Liverpool this offseason. Now, Liverpool's obviously coming off winning the Prem. They got a lot of money for that. They're reinvesting it. Good. That's a good thing for John Henry. And yes, they have been cheap in the past, no doubt about it. If you take a look, again, there's a direct correlation to the Red Sox pre-Liverpool. Top 5 every year, top 3 spending team. Since Liverpool, they are 13th. They're 13th in spending. That's where they are. I mean, there is no one who can sit here and tell me buying Liverpool has not had a direct effect on the Red Sox. It's just
that was Twellman's case, though. That's what he was basically
and honestly, Taylor Twellman, you're wrong. You're just flat out wrong. The spending is telling you right now there is a direct correlation between the purchase of Liverpool and the spending for the Red Sox.
No. What I'm saying is he's agreeing with
okay. Well, then Taylor Twellman, you're right.
You're right, Taylor. You're right. No, that's it. That would, and if I said that the wrong way, I apologize. But he is agreeing with what you're saying.
It gets worse since the purchase of the Penguins.
Yes.
The Red Sox are down, I think now 18th or something like that, 15th, whatever, in spending, whatever it is. They're in the bottom tier of baseball in total spending since the purchase of the Penguins. They're not spending anymore. So, yes, I blame ownership for a lot of this. They said we are going to be aggressive at the deadline when they traded Rafael Devers. And all of you idiots bought it up. Oh, got rid of Devers. What a win. That guy sucked in the locker room. Oh, we're going to go out and get something awesome. They're going to be aggressive at the deadline. You guys all bought hook, line, and sinker. I mean, seriously, I can't tell you. It's a positive. It's addition by subtraction. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because you know what? If they had that bat in the lineup right now, the Red Sox would be a significantly better team. I don't care if the guy is doing naked jumping jacks on a table, yelling up and down, telling everyone to go F themselves. Guess what? They're still a better team. He was the best hitter on the team, without a doubt. People forget. Look at the record with or without Devers. Well, sure. They didn't have Alex Bregman playing where he is right now. Okay, they had him for a good part of the year. Then he got hurt, and then their record tanked. They didn't have Roman Anthony playing like he is now. They didn't have Marcelo Meyer playing like he was before that happened. They didn't have a whole bunch of guys, Joe. So when I hear the argument that, oh, look at the record since they traded Devers, well, yeah, they didn't have half the team that they have right now. I mean, it's a huge difference when you add a bat like Roman Anthony and add a defensive guy like Marcelo Meyer, and all of a sudden Trevor Story's heating up. I mean, it's a very different situation than when Devers was literally the only guy on the team producing at any sort of rate. So it's hard for me to sit here and say, oh, addition by subtraction. I don't believe that. I think that's a bunch of BS. And honestly, it's frustrating to hear. So I get really frustrated with Sam Kennedy and really frustrated with the Red Sox when they just lie about it year in and year out. Everyone just buys into it. Everyone and their mother buys into it. Everyone.
Well, I bought into the fact that I thought that whatever. So I'm at the point now where I think Sam Kennedy is a turd polisher.
It's time to fire him. It's time to fire Sam Kennedy. Seriously. If you ever want me to believe in you and believe in what you're doing again, you got to fire that guy.
Yeah, he lost. He's lost. He's probably lost it before, Dad. It's just that now I'm at a point where it's like, dude, just stop. Don't tell us anything.
Just
anymore.
Don't talk. Just don't talk.
Don't even mention anything about what's happening on a baseball field.
Seriously.
Don't talk about ownership's got our support and just stop.
Here's my problem. The fans don't care. They just it's kind of turned into, this fan base has really kind of turned into the Celtics fan base where they can almost do no wrong. trade Devers, even though it was a terrible return. Awesome trade. Awesome. Addition by subtraction. We're not going to do anything at the deadline, but we knew they weren't going to do anything at the deadline. Come on, guys. You know the Red Sox, they always say they're going to do something there. There's no one who's going. I mean, there are some people who are going after them, but the reality is all the fans are like, yeah, whatever, who cares? Yay, go team. Like, and look, I want the Red Sox to win, but it's the same thing, man. It's kind of with colliding fan bases. Just, can you hold the team accountable? Can you hold the team accountable for once again not doing something? Now, I believe that Breslow went in there and tried to do something. I believe that they were very aggressive. I don't believe Ken Rosenthal. I don't believe all the reporting around from the Minnesota Twins saying, which is all coming from the Minnesota Twins side, saying the Red Sox were never close to trade. I call BS on that. I think that is complete utter BS. Here's the problem, Joe. I also believe the Red Sox basically had a deal done for Joe Ryan a couple weeks ago, and all of a sudden it wasn't done because I believe that ownership basically told them, we don't really want to take back the money that it's going to require, because the Red Sox would have had to take back Carlos Correa in that trade, which was a lot of salary. And I don't believe that John Henry wanted to take that back. And I think that was a big issue of stopping the deal. And I think the Twins were upset about that. And I think you heard Breslow kind of call it the Twins because they tried to negotiate a deal after that, thought they had a deal after that, couldn't get it done. Obviously, then Breslow calls out the Twins in the local media. And then I think the Twins being upset about the fact that the Red Sox, basically, told them they're not taking Correa's deal originally, then find a taker for Correa's deal on the trade deadline. And then they basically tell the Red Sox, go screw it, we're not going to do it with you, after being very, very close on the deal. And I do believe they were very close on the deal.
Well, it's hard to work with the Red Sox, is what they say, and I guess it's dating back even to Chaim Bloom.
Which I think is, a reflection of ownership.
Yep.
Because the Red Sox don't want to take on money. And by Chris Cotillo reported that. If you guys, there was an article about Chris Cotillo reporting that there is a budget constraint. I believe, from what I understand, there was ownership approval for the Dustin May and Steven Matz trades, which is absurd to think about.
I hate. By the way, I the players will probably be fine.
Of course they will.
But the Dustin May trade, I don't like.
I don't like it either.
You gave up a top 10 prospect.
Yep.
And another pitcher.
And another pitcher that they don't feel.
It's just, if I'm going to be critical, I got to be critical of that. That is bad. It was a bad trade. That's a bad one. Now, Blaze Jordan, I think, will potentially maybe make it to the majors. I don't know the impact he'll have, but he's always been a Chaim Bloom guy, and hey, they were willing to give him up. So
bigger name than prospect, I think. At this point.
Third round pick, big name. Yeah,
more name than I think he kind of stinks. But either way,
I think he'll eventually make it to the league. And
I get nothing wrong.
I just
with
don't know if he'll be a player.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing wrong with the Matz trade.
Won't be here.
I have nothing wrong with the Matz trade. The price for relievers was very high. I got nothing wrong with the Matz trade. But if you're asking me who's the better player, Dustin May or Steven Matz, it's Matz. And if that's your trade deadline headline, that's a problem.
Agree. Jeff's in the car. Yeah. Hey, Jeff, you're on the Sports Hub.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, bud.
So I just wanted to make a quick point to Lifshatz. I know him saying us getting rid of Devers didn't make the Red Sox a better team, but is Orlando Cabrera a better player than Nomar Garciaparra? Or did that not make us a better team in 2004?
Again, very different. Nomar was not playing well.
How is that different?
Nomar was not playing well in 2004. Go back and look at the stats.
Right. How's Devers playing now?
Yeah, but how is Devers playing here?
Is San Francisco not the worst team in baseball since the trade?
How was Devers playing here?
He was playing well.
Okay, so then it's not a comparable situation.
But the team was not. The team was
not because they hadn't called up their best prospects, and Alex Bregman was hurt. The lineup was a very different situation than it is now. Right. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I agree.
So Roman Anthony was not here, was not hitting the way he was. Marcelo Meyer was not here. Marcelo Meyer was a big part of what they were doing for a couple weeks there, playing elite defense. Right. I mean, again, it was a very
You don't think he was prohibiting their growth by telling Campbell not to play first when the team needed. I mean, I just don't think he was a good locker room guy.
I completely agree. I completely agree. I don't think he was a good locker room guy. I think on the field honestly, I think it matters less in any sport than in baseball. It's baseball. I really don't think it ultimately matters. I think you're up there, you're hitting. Now, defensively, you want to argue that they're a worse team there because he's telling him not to do things? Absolutely. You can all listen to that opinion. But if you're trying to tell me that the Red Sox are a better team now than they would be without Rafael Devers, I just won't buy into that argument. And the return that they got,
I guess you're right. I guess I'm just looking for someone to yell at because I'm aggravated they didn't do anything at the deadline. For now,
totally fair.
In a row.
You can yell at me. I'm okay with that, man. I get it. I'm mad too. I'm yelling into a microphone right now. I'm mad too. I get it. I want to win. I think they could have won. I think they could have won this year.
All right, guys. That's all I got. Have a good.
Appreciate it. I felt like he wanted to engage with you.
Dude, that guy was completely different than what he was when I screened his call. He wanted to go at Dan, and he completely turtled.
And then I don't. Yeah, turtle. I'll fight. I'll use turtle.
I think he's just upset. He's just upset like the rest of us. Like that's okay. You can yell at me.
Well,
I don't care.
I will say this. My feelings were I was fooled. Like I was told what they were going to do. They gave me expectations.
Yep.
For what?
So I think a lot of people feel that way, but I don't think they'll take it out on the team. Like, again, I'll be 100% transparent. I haven't gone to a game since 2018. That's the last time I went to a Red Sox game. I won't give them my money anymore. I just won't. I won't spend $1 there anymore because I don't believe they spend money on us. They just give us a product, they roll it out and say, whatever, it's good enough, and the fans will buy it. And so I won't do it anymore. I won't spend money on them. I feel like that's so to me. That's the type of thing. If you want them to hurt, you got to make it hurt in the wallet. Stop going to the games. I know that sucks, man.
Can I throw one more at you?
I know that sucks. That's not what I want. But
I've been saying that. I've added another layer to that one now.
Sure. What is it?
The other fans are now selling out the park.
I know, but
no, you're right. I think less Red Sox fans. Some are. Like, there are people who go, I'm not going to games anymore. So what's happening now is the Dodgers, this weekend, the Astros fans were everywhere.
I know.
Dude, it's funny. When I'm I'm at the card shop at Card Vault, and whenever there's someone in town on a Tuesday, holy smokes, there's people that are like, we're taking the train to Boston from North Station. And it's like everybody that's a visitor somehow is making their way to North Station and taking the train. And that's where it's going now, Dan. It's like, it's not the place is going to sell out, whether it's Red Sox fans or the opposing team.
I mean, honestly, it's a really good point. It's a good point. It sucks. It's a good point, though. It really is. You're right about it. You're right. And I just won't go. I won't give him my money. Like I got invited to go with to the game yesterday with CT. I couldn't go. I had something anyways, but like.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh, can you confirm that, CT?
Oh, there he is.
That you invited Dan to the game?
I did. What's going on, fellas? I was in a terrible mood, Joe, and then I turned you guys on, and I hear some guy yelling at Dan. I immediately got in a great mood.
Of course you did. Well, how much was that worth?
Now, and,
how much was that worth to you, Chris? How much was that worth to you? Priceless?
At least a dime.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. Glad to hear that.
I need you to make up for the Padres last night, partner.
Yeah.
Give me a winner today. I will be at Loco Fenway in about 20 minutes with D-Fran. He filled your shoes today.
There you go. Hey, D-Fran. I love D-Fran. I like D-Fran more than you, Chris. How about that?
I feel Giolito over strikeouts today, I feel.
I don't even know what
somebody else texted me that too, Joe.
He's although if he can stay in the game, I think he has a high volume of strikeouts. I'll get you the number if you give me a second here. But that if you're just looking at Red Sox, I'd look at that one. The other thing is I think they're going with I saw the lineup earlier. Whenever like Romy and Schneider play,
Giolito's 4.5 heavily juiced.
He's got to hang in there though. But the other game,
he's got to stay in there.
But I'd always look at like bases on guys too at times. Like I wonder if Romy had a good day yesterday. Maybe, and I'll get to the lineup, but I'm pretty sure maybe Rough Schneider might be one of those guys today. Let me get you the lineup there. So
is everybody playing today, Dan?
I honestly have not seen.
Rough Schneider's leading off. Bregman, Anthony, Gonzalez, Story, Rafaela Toro, Abreu, Wong, and Giolito. So Connor Wong's been I wonder what his to get a hit would be today.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
If you're going to bet, I mean, especially with this lineup, this is a strikeout potential lineup. I'd probably go Valdez over 6.5. This is the type of game where he dominates anyway. So that would be my personal bet. Unfortunately, the Padres were up 4-0 yesterday, Joe, and lost 8-5 because baseball.
Yeah, baseball, a lot of fun.
Baseball has got to be, again, I will continue to say, no matter how well you beat it, I think they closed like minus 150-ish, whatever it was. No matter how bad you beat the line, it's so difficult to beat baseball. It is very difficult to win. It is. No matter how badly.
Football season can't come soon enough, boys. You guys are doing a great job, and have a great rest of the day.
You got it, bro.
I'll be brothers. Yeah.
That's CT Bets of... Dan?
That's right. Boston Handicap Network and the Boston Handicap Podcast.
There you go. All right, we'll take a break. We just gave out baseball bets, gave thoughts on the system, the trades, the deadline. What are y'all thinking? How y'all feeling? I have more on this Marcelo Meyer thing. I guess, Dan, we get the local versus national side of things. Mm-hmm. And a ton of football that we'll do throughout the day. Today, we'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray. Dan Lifshatz is here. Jeff Williams is back there, too. A little silent assassin. We'll take a quick break on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe.
Jeff?
Ooh, how was that?
That was awesome. Vibes were high. Literally and physically.
So who is the band?
Phil Zach
Ensemble.
Wild's a touring guitarist.
Whoa, you got Zach Wild
Yeah.
last night? Oh,
awesome
my
last night.
God. I did not know he was the...
He's a touring guitarist. Yeah, so a year ago, I saw them open up for Metallica, and he was there with them, too.
Well, speaking of that, James Hetfield, 62 years old. Does that feel old for you with them? I don't know why I feel like they're older for some reason.
No, I mean, that seems about right, yeah. I know I had a friend that was really surprised that Hulk Hogan was only 71.
Wow, I know, that's another one. So, Vinnie Paul and Dimebag Darrell are no more.
Yes.
So, is the bassist still there? Is there still... Yeah, Rex Brown, I guess.
Yes.
Anyways.
But no, it was a good show.
Well, all right. So, was there mosh pitting going on?
Well, I was in seats, yet there was I'm trying to be nice here, and I'm trying to, calm myself down because I'm still kind of hot from last night. There was this drunken mess next to me that kept getting closer and closer, and she was with a guy who clearly wasn't her boyfriend because he couldn't handle the situation at all. And she just kept running into me, and finally I flipped out and jumped over to the row in front of me because those people had left. But she still kept reaching over and grabbing me and trying to get my attention, and it was just annoying. It was taking me out of the concert, and it was annoying the hell out of me. Don't go to a concert if you're gonna drown yourself in alcohol and be so incoherent you can't make a sentence. You're falling over people. You're going down rows of seats. Grow up.
Well, grow up is the word. Now, Jeff, I can tell you, I have been to many of a show where the people that I have been with never made it to the show or got kicked out of the show.
Yeah, you've told me a story or two.
So my point to this is I do think that people get so messed up before the show that you can't enjoy the show.
Well, no, she was fine at the beginning of the whole concert. Yeah. It was as the concert went on, it was great. It was worse and worse and worse.
She was a 2-drink lady, right?
One of
those 2-3 drink lady. Yeah, can't say what you usually call it, but you know what I mean.
Now,
if
I was at a if I was at a
careful. I almost got him, Jeff. I almost got him. My bad, Joe. My bad. Real close.
Oh, God.
Good stop. Hard stop right there. I was about to yell, dump!
Dump it.
Oh, no. Hard stop.
We're all too comfortable together.
We are way too comfortable, yeah.
It's a problem. It's a problem. Anyways, so yes, when I go to a show, leave me alone.
I had four seats. My buddy and his wife came. So I couldn't find anybody else. So I had 2 seats. I had a nice buffer zone. That buffer zone got completely eliminated by the 6th song of Pantera.
Oh, man. What a day. What a day. And you had a night, huh? You had a night.
I've had a week, man. I saw Offspring on Wednesday, Pantera last night, and I'll be going up to Guilford on Wednesday to see the Goo Goo Dolls.
Ooh, it's Goo and Dashboard. Are you going to cry?
I got my daughter and her friend with me, so I told them already.
Definitely
you're
going to
see
cry.
Your father in a different light.
All right. Well, that's the Music Minute with Jeff. Where was last night's show?
Xfinity Center.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Which, again, I think the last time I went there, I went to a Tool concert, and it was a mosh pit. Somebody bumped me, and I said, don't bump me, man. And my buddy really said, if you do it again, I'm going to punch you in the face. And what did he do? He punched the guy in the face, and I went, oh, man.
Did you get kicked out?
No, actually, everyone had our back.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Even the security.
I was going to say, usually security won't have your back if you punch someone in the face.
That never happens often, Dan. It was just that day they were like, nice job, thank you.
Oh, I was going to say, because I've been a part of those back in the day, and usually security does not have your back when you punch someone in the face.
The mosh days are over. The mosh days are over.
My neck's killing me right now from headbanging. I can't be doing this anymore.
My neck hurts from headbanging. That should be a T-shirt. All right, moving on, Dan. Do we ever get a reaction from the trade deadline from Alex Cora?
Honestly, I don't really remember what he said. He basically said, like, I thought what we did was really good, basically, is what he said.
So
he is falling in line now. He got paid. He's falling in line.
Beauty. Well, that's what I was going to mention. Last year, he was promised winning. Are they winning?
No. I mean, they're winning right now. I mean, are you asking are they going to win it all, or are you asking are they winning right now?
Are they winning? Like his quote last year, which I have somewhere.
They're winning.
He said that ownership and general management promised him winning.
They're winning. They're fulfilling, I think, to a degree, what they promised. They're winning.
The beauty of the trade is this. If the team goes into the tank, no one's going to blame Cora.
It's not his fault. I think he wanted Joe Ryan. I think he is the reason Alex Bregman is here. I think you can actually credit Alex Cora with forcing the team to have somewhat of an aggressive mindset, even though I don't think he's been a good manager this year.
The other thing is, if they fire Cora, you lose Bregman.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like, Cora's probably happy.
Yep. I think Cora's in a very good position right now. Cora's in a very good, very powerful position right now.
Do you know today's game is at 11:35 on Roku?
Roku?
Hulu. Sorry.
Close enough.
I'm sounding old, am I? I'm getting old,
you
dude.
Sound old. You sound like Felga right there. Roku, Hulu, I don't know. Find it. Turn off the internet.
I will tell you this. I finally got on to the Apple TV.
Yeah.
That was a great broadcast.
I gotta be honest with you. I won't watch. I won't watch the Apple TV thing. It's really it's a lot, man.
Okay,
it's really
I will.
difficult
No, let me tell you why. You get to watch the best play of the inning, and after the inning ends, they do like a
recap.
a bumper,
Yeah.
like a bumper of the best, and then you come back and they like talk about what happened and like who's pitching, and it's on time.
Who did the game?
I was here, so I actually don't know.
Idea. Gotcha.
But I had it. It was actually way better than watching it on Nesson.
Really?
And this isn't a crap on Nesson joke time here.
You sure?
Well, but they do it themselves. They don't need me to do it.
I agree.
But no, the Apple TV was very good. Hulu today, though, like, I mean, is this what's good for baseball?
No, it's terrible for baseball. It's terrible for baseball. This is my argument about the NBA and the whole TNT thing, and it's the same thing. Like, I'm not. If we're in the studio, maybe you'll put it on, right? If we can get Hulu on, maybe we'll put it on. If I'm home and you're telling me I have to go to Hulu to watch the Red Sox game, I won't do it. I mean, if it's a big important event, sure. But for the Red Sox, I'll probably just end up watching another game. Like I know, and that doesn't sound very fanny of me, but I won't do that, man. I just won't do it. I have Hulu. I like Hulu, but I'm just saying I'm not going to go to Hulu to watch a Red Sox game, like a regular season Red Sox game, unless it's a really important one. I'm just not doing it. And honestly, that is me being old. I understand that. I'm aware. I'm very self-aware of that. But I'll watch whatever's on cable, because you know what? I pay for cable unlike everyone else.
Yeah, I pay for cable. It's too much. I have a super box. I love it. I don't know why I haven't cut the cord yet.
I love my cable. I'm never getting rid of it. I'm never cutting the cable.
Just
never.
I pay $327 a month. What do you pay?
You pay too much. I pay less.
I have Xfinity.
Yeah, I do too. I pay less. I pay like $250-ish for everything.
Why am I paying more? And you know what's funny? I've done the dance. I've had people, they've called me back. Hey, I want a better deal.
Yep.
What is it? Is it I have 3 boxes? How many boxes do you have in your house?
6.
What? How the hell are you paying less than me? You know a guy?
No, I don't know a guy. No, I had them forever, and they keep raising the prices, and I keep telling them to raise the price. I'm leaving.
Maybe I need to leave. But my point is,
no. Just tell them you're going to leave, and then they'll do. You know what? They'll bend over.
It was higher. I want to let you know it was $360 and change.
So
I got it down to $320.
do you have the home phone too?
You know, I don't have a home phone.
No, neither do I. But the home phone makes it cheaper.
Oh, great. So I I got a phone, and then just take the bill.
100%. It makes it cheaper. Oh. Yeah, there's a whole slew of things.
Oh, everyone's shaking their head like they know.
I worked for Comcast for 8 years. I know all the tricks, man.
Yeah, there you go. Jeff knows, right? The home phone makes it way cheaper, right?
I would go to customers' houses to hook them up, and I'd be like, "Where do you want the phone?" They're like, "We're not even using it. It just makes the bill cheaper."
Yep.
All right, fine. Well, I don't have a phone. I don't even know if we have, those things you plug your phone into?
Yep.
I don't even know if I got one of those.
No, you can just plug it right in the back of the device.
What?
Yep.
Okay. Never mind. I don't know anything.
Yep.
But I do know raviolis, and that's what JP wants to talk about. JP!
Joe and Dan, the boys are back in town. Let's get the bus boys up, crank up the music. Good to hear you guys on a Sunday morning. So, Joe, quick sports take. It looks like me and McCarthy might hit 84 and over with these Red Sox. Later on, let me know if I'm going to hit that bet so I can put a little more on it. As long as they're ahead of the Yankees, I don't care. It's like outrunning the guy with the getting chased by the bear. We're going to finish ahead of the Yankees. I love it. I'm really positive. Ravioli. Last night, the Seaport was lit. Outdoor concert. People everywhere. Detour. Luckily, I got a heads up and circle around it. We had a ravioli last night at Tuscan, my favorite spot.
Ooh.
Yeah, right near King's?
With a white sauce. It was a lemon, pepper, kind of a garlic with butter. Outstanding. Outstanding. Of course, I had my, prosciutto with fig pizza bread there that I love. And then we stayed there with the DJ. It was a great night, Joe. But I got a question. Next weekend, we're going to see Wildfire, who was at Kowloon last night. You couldn't get near Kowloon last night.
Yeah.
You would have thought Joe Murray was doing a card show there. It was so packed. Next week, Salisbury Beach at Surfside. Never been there.
Yeah, I've been there.
Give me a play-by-play on it. Is it like going to the Parrot at,
like
Nantucket?
kind of like that. Yeah, I'm sure Jeff could give you a rundown too. But
Yeah, I've only been there once, but it was awesome.
I've been there. I liked it. It's right on the water. You'll enjoy yourself. I know there's one location out in Hampton Beach, I think too. But anyways, it's like a ocean view deck.
Perfect. So
And,
what's the
food's
seafood?
fine.
Is she getting mussels, fried clams? What should I recommend for her?
Well, I've had a lobster roll, I believe, from there. I'm trying to remember what I've had.
Uh-oh.
They got
I texted about lobster rolls the other night. They always have that market value. $38 at the landing in Marblehead.
Yeah,
Christ, I was eating bread all week long to catch up,
dude,
but
minimum
it's worth it.
minimum lobster roll, the cheapest is probably $35. Now
Hot or cold with butter or cold, Joe? Because I don't eat seafood.
I'm a hot butter guy, but it depends. So, know what they make at Surfside that I really like? They make lobster rangoons.
Ooh,
So
I'll
instead of the
recommend
crab
it for her.
rangoon, they stuff lobster in there.
Oh.
Okay, we can do that, Joe. And as far as mosh pits, my generation, out. You try to pick me up and put you on a crowd, somebody's carrying you away. That's just the way it is. You're at a rock concert. I'm there for the music. I'm not there to get picked up and thrown around unless I'm Drew Bledsoe. But out on mosh pits. But
Out.
Pantera, not a rock fan, but a great, great band for that venue.
Thank you, JP.
I'd say this is the one time, one advantage of being heavy is when you're in a mosh pit, people don't want to mess with you because when you hit someone in a mosh pit, they get hurt bad.
So the last mosh pit I went to, I didn't want to get moshed.
Yep.
But my buddy wanted to get into it that
Of
night.
course.
And I
have a
did
buddy
not want
like
to.
that. I have a buddy like that too.
So I basically was like, "You handle it, bro.
Yep.
you got this one. I don't. Yes, and the worst.
Do you ever get sucked in?
Yes, and you know what?
Me
know
too.
what else is the worst? You know how Jeff said that he dealt with a
Frustrating lady.
situation.
Yeah.
Because I'm the biggest person and they're behind me, they lean on me.
Oh.
And it's because I'm the wall. Like, I'm like their wall.
That's pretty much like what this girl was doing. She was like holding me for support, and I'm like,
Yeah.
get
In
away
the
from me.
Oh, it's happened.
In the seats,
And I'm
yeah.
like, dude, come on. I'm not the Wonder Wall here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. We got to go to break. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5.
That Life, Dan, and night one was a banger.
Okay.
So tonight, John Cena.
Oh.
He's retiring.
Who's a face now all of a sudden?
Yeah,
again?
yeah. We got rused last night. Are we getting a ruse today? I don't know. That's why we got to watch, right? This is why I'm marking out right now. I know, Dan. We'll save it for
no, it's fine. I don't care. I think it's funny. I think it's kind of like it's like a male soap opera.
Yeah, it's like, why does Joe love wrestling so much?
And
then hey, let's go to Vegas and go to wrestling.
I get why you like wrestling so much. I get it. I understand.
No, it's okay.
I understand the appeal. It's just not for me. That's all.
My only thing now is they're really trying to reach people like you, though.
I know, but they're
trying to get the fan that doesn't watch.
Yeah.
And bring him in. They're doing a good job of it, by the way.
Not for me. I don't watch.
Yeah. You're not a Jelly Roll fan, Dan?
Nope. I don't care. Like, I understand they brought in Tyrese Halliburton. They brought in Jalen Brown. I get it. Nope.
Oh, they got that right, by the way.
Oh, they 100%.
If one of them didn't, I wonder. I was hoping there was going to be a Halliburton versus Brunson match this year.
2.0, yeah.
Instead, they went with Jelly Roll.
Well, I mean, I think because they had to, right?
Oh, jeez.
Halliburton tore his Achilles.
Okay. I was thinking. Actually, believe it or not, I don't really ever listen to Jelly Roll.
Crutch fights. I'll watch a crutch fight.
Just a thing on Jelly Roll. I don't know any. I know that he was really heavy, had a tough life. He's under 300 pounds now.
Yep.
Dude, like in a way, like as a human being, that how you talk about connecting or like relating. I have a different thought on Jelly Roll after last night. I don't know. I couldn't tell you a song he sings though.
I don't know either.
The three of us, literally.
Nope.
I know who he is.
I do too. Yeah.
I know he's
he has one really big hit, right?
His wife's beautiful. They showed her last night 1,000,000 times.
I haven't seen his wife.
Bunny.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny?
No, not Bad Bunny.
Okay,
that's Benito. He was in Happy Gilmore too.
It was hilarious in that movie.
You see Happy
Happy Gilmore 2 was actually decent.
So that Bad Bunny was the caddy.
No, okay.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they were dancing, remember?
Yep. Yeah.
And he goes, "Would you like breadsticks?"
It was decent.
Do you want some water?
It was exactly what I expected.
Exactly.
It was exactly what I expected.
Me too. All right, let's bookmark all that.
Okay.
Steve's in Peabody. What up, Steve?
What are you doing, buddy boy? How's things?
Good. I had a friend tell me that they went to Petrillo's last night, and they loved it.
Yeah, well, I'm out of commission for a while. I had total knee replacement on Tuesday.
Oh man,
it sucks and blows. Trust me. So I'm just sitting in the house and trying to walk around. And Monday I got PT, and we'll see how it goes. But I got back home after the surgery. I had to go back in Wednesday morning with the ambulance because it was still bleeding. They missed a couple of spots.
Sorry.
I swear to God, it was crazy.
I hope they're paying your ambulance bill for that.
Yeah, well, they gave me some oxy, so.
Okay. do you have any? What do you got? Some bets now? You're gonna be hopped up. Are you gonna be on your app?
Yeah, well, when the season starts, I'm really gonna be hopped up, even though it's a month or so away. But hey, listen, the reason why I called is I heard Kendra a couple of weeks ago talk about she thought that Carolina would go over the 7 for the over and under. Because I wanted to make a couple of wagers. Because a few years ago I bet Tampa Bay to win the division, and I ended up winning like $250 on a $50 bet. So I was wondering your guys' opinions, and keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you again.
Appreciate you, buddy.
I appreciate the Panthers. I'm assuming he means Carolina Panthers. Yeah. So again, I think
they had a decent end of the season.
Yeah, because Bryce Young figured out how to play quarterback. Which again, so it's kind of going to.
Are they a trending up team this year?
I mean, I think so. Like a lot of people are just counting that as a win.
What's the win total?
I think they're 6.5 most places now.
That seems right.
But Pats fans are just chalking that up as a W. No problem. Going to beat the Carolina Panthers. I mean, I lean Carolina over. I do think that division is going to be kind of a mess this year. To give you a little bit of preview, I will not be picking Tampa Bay at all. I want nothing to do with Tampa Bay this year. I think that is a real chance of going south very quickly. Baker got paid.
He also might have done something to his hand. They said it's no big deal, but
I was just going to say the hand injury is. I have no info on it, but who knows those things, right? It's early on, but still. Godwin looks. I mean, the Godwin stuff is the more that you hear like the local guys talk about it, the Godwin stuff is real bad. Like I don't think he's going to be able to be back at like nearly to 100% or even close to 100% until like second half of the season probably.
And Bucky, can he have another big year?
The offensive line again. They lost Tristan Wirfs. I've heard he's out for the year. I don't know how factual that is.
At least the first 4 games.
Yeah, but yeah. I think it's more serious than that. Like the defense is okay. You know, they're okay. I don't love them. I think they're pretty overrated. I think Tampa Bay is primed to take a couple steps back in that division, honestly. And I think Atlanta and Carolina are probably going to be the 2 teams that look to win that division this year.
Carolina
more so.
Just real quick, you're right. Carolina 6.5 minus 130.
Yep.
I think it's a high number to attain, but I think they can get there.
They won 5 last year, right? So it's not a 2-win jump. Not asking for the moon there.
Under 7.5 minus 170.
So there was I did take this. There was an 8.5 line on FanDuel the other day. 8.5 minus 210, which I did play. Because I think that is now we're reaching
250
there.
Right now.
250 on FanDuel. Yeah.
Or DraftKings.
Oh, draft. Yeah, it was 210 there. I mean, again, you take a look at like Bookmaker. I think the over 7.5 was like plus 230 the other day. So it was definitely a bad line there. I would lean Carolina over. I think they're probably a 7, 8, 9 win football team. I would lean under the 9, but I still think the numbers there 7, 8, 9 win team.
Okay,
maybe 6, 7, 8, 9.
We got Riz in East Providence. Riz,
what's good, fellas? Good morning. Good morning. First and foremost, I apologize. Shout out to the Twitch fam. It's definitely good to see the bankroll. Jesus, I can't even talk. The bankroll boys are back, man. What's good, guys? What's good? How you guys doing this morning?
I'm great.
I'm tired, man. It's a long night.
But the reason why I called, man, Joe, you mentioned the Red Sox on Roku, and you're absolutely right. I Googled it. It says the Red Sox game on Sunday will be watched on Roku through the MLB Sunday Leadoff program. The game will be available for free on the Roku channel app, and you can find it by navigating to the sports section. Lifshatz, I have a problem with that. It said navigating. You shouldn't have to navigate anywhere to go watch a game, bro. Like, what am I, Magellan? Like, come on, man.
I completely agree with you, Riz. I completely agree. I hate it, man. I hate it. I hate that we're having all these events on stupid streaming spots. Like,
bro,
leave it on
cable. Facts. You shouldn't have to turn on your TV, go to Hulu, go to Roku, go to Apple, go wherever, find the game, and then stream it. It's just too much. I just want to turn on my TV and watch the game.
Not to mention, man, you know, here's my other big problem with that. The streams are like 3 minutes behind or 2 minutes behind.
They're never on time. You can't be on social media.
You can't be on social media. Your phone, because you'll get ESPN alerts. No, you just can't do it.
It just blows the whole experience for you. Like, you try to talk on social media and you're just way behind. And it's like, what's the point? What is the point? Bro. I'd rather pay $250, $300 for my cable bill, man.
So just so you know, I have a super box. I really like it. It's a one-time payment. It connects right to your internet.
Yep.
It gets everything. What it doesn't get, though, you can't watch Netflix on it. And the thing is, though, is I almost like being on the platforms. So it has all the shows of Apple TV, Hulu, all that.
Yep.
It doesn't have Netflix shows, but the platform of being on, Hulu and all that, I miss. But I do get everything in the box.
I'm going to tell you
one more thing to say, guys. Man, I just love the chemistry between you two, man. You guys set the bar, seriously. It's uncanny.
Appreciate it, Rose.
Beasley needs to bring back my boy Lifshatz. Let Lifshatz ling that thing.
You know what, man? I'm perfectly happy with what happened. It is what it is. The radio biz, baby. Get used to it.
And what is it now? The Boston Handicap
Network. That's right.
Network.
We're going to be expanding.
Network.
We're not going to start with one. I already have a few ideas. We already talked to some people.
I like this. So there is a potential syndication element to this,
and it won't just be like You won't just be hearing like my dumb,
Dan,
my moron voice. It'll be other people.
I like this.
Are valuable.
Okay.
I've already had some talks with people who I think are valuable.
Well,
to the
Dan,
space.
I am glad that you are taking the bull by the horn because there's an outlet for this, right? And there's one thing I know that we can say. I know we're up against it, but the show that we did was on the 98.5 Beasley platform.
Yep.
But like, it was never promoted that way
ever.
And the thing is that
all the promotion.
No, but what I'm saying though is, where I'm that wasn't a shot.
Oh, I wasn't trying to take a shot. I was just being honest.
No. What I was saying is we've seen where people are listening. It's beyond Boston.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, did I tell you when I went to Vegas, someone said Bankroll Boys to me?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah. Dude,
I was shocked.
It did. You could break down the dynamics of our listeners. We had like over 100 listeners.
And how
in
many
other
people
countries.
in the betting circle knew of our podcast? So what I'm trying to say is, although our affiliate was Beasley and 98.5,
yep,
the show should have been heard everywhere.
It was.
It wasn't a Boston-centric show.
It was not at
all.
all.
We were just from here.
Yep.
Anyways.
Yep.
That's my little rant.
No, 100%. I got it.
This hour of the sports is brought to you by Valvoline and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline and Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm sure the people of Illinois knew of the Bankroll Boys podcast.
100%. Sure did.
I don't think I'm quick break.
Top 5 listening state.
You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub. 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Beasley Media Group station.
Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, Red Sox will play today on Roku, 11:35 start. Lucas Giolito is on the mound. The team with a win yesterday. They're going for the sweep today. Everybody's going for a sweep today, including myself. Marcelo Meyer, well, he's supposed to have an injection on his hand. And according to Bob Nightingale, could be out for the season. So we got a source war. Love a good source war. Luka Doncic got paid 3 years, $165 in the WNBA, coming to Boston in 2027, question mark. Steve Paliuka has put a bid in for the Connecticut Sun. Headlines, they are brought to you by the Veterinary Urgent Care Center. 8 locations in Mass, Rhode Island. VUCC offers compassionate, convenient, and high-quality care 7 days a week. Walk in or book an appointment at veturgentcare.com. Veterinary Urgent Care Center. Urgent care for your pet's urgent needs. I'm Joe Murray.
Come on, let's face it. Your summer barbecue, it's just training camp for tailgate season. And Patriots training camp is where the Sports Hub will be as the team gets ready for a new season with a new coach, Mike Vrabel. Keep it on the Sports Hub, and we'll keep you up to date with all things Patriots. 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Zolak and Bertrand get you through the midday. Joe Murray gets you right through the night.
I actually spoke with women today.
On the Sports Hub.
That's right.
Hold my beer. Most influential person in Boston. You can go crap all over the team at the trade deadline and then go sit in the man's box. What a troll job by everybody. Henry, him, love it, in. You want to tell me who's more influential than that?
On the own show. Who's the most influential person on their own show? Jimmy Stewart. To be fair, Jimmy does know everyone, but yeah.
Oh, tell me that's not the all-time troll job.
It was. I was
here live on Friday night. I'm texting Maz constantly to call in.
Awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome to watch that happen. It was awesome. Now, I'll say this again. We've seen John Henry a long time ago show up unannounced at the station on that show, right? And go through it with them on that show. Just saying. I don't know, the connection's still there.
I just got to say, bend the knee. Bend the knee. Listen, we crapped all over the Red Sox. I did too. I think they said that they lied to me. All right? They lied.
I would say worse than that, but we're on air.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, anyways, Maz was in the box, dude.
I know.
I need more. So now tomorrow, 2:00,
we're gonna hear.
I got my popcorn.
Yep.
Who's the most influential person in Boston, Dan?
Sports-wise?
No, just influential person in Boston.
The names that are going through my head are not.
No, but the problem is that there's no real.
Yeah.
It probably is Felker.
And
listen, I understand that there's other things going on in the city and in the country and all that stuff.
I would say probably not.
But I would say more to both sides.
I mean, do you want a crazy one? You want a crazy one?
Yes, I like crazy. I love crazy.
I kind of thought like Turtle Boy was a huge part of a major, massive case locally, and kind of swung the whole case.
Oh well, yeah,
in a direction. So I'm just saying, you're asking who's the most influential.
To back you up on that one, and I don't want to get into it.
Right? Neither do I. I don't want to get into it.
Because then people then have an opinion.
Correct. I don't want to get into it.
I think that when it came to bringing awareness to a situation, I think that you're right. The Turtle Boy brought evidence that was not brought to the table, and I think in social media was a really big part of that trial.
He swung a case against the state for someone else. To me, that is influence, regardless of how you feel about it. Now, it's not. There's different definitions of influence. I'm just saying that's a definition. That's all. I'm not telling you right, wrong. I'm not saying anything.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Is there a wrong answer here?
No. You want to know what's a really good one right now? Another one too. Steve Pagliuca.
Pegs. So I had a theory. Maybe I told you this one, but
okay.
I thought that when he missed out on the Celtics.
Yep.
My theory was
he's mad.
Oh yeah. My theory was he was going to buy a WNBA team, bring
Really?
it to Boston, begin a stadium, and then he'll be the landlord. The Celtics would be the landlord to Pags. That was and I was just saying it out of being funny, a hot take. Now I need it to happen.
Did you see okay, I don't want to talk a lot of WNBA because I'll be honest. I watch the WNBA by far more than anyone at the station. If you, outside of Glasheen's the only one who watches
outside
more
of Glasheen.
And I love Glash. But if you try and tell me that the WNBA product is really good, you're a liar. The product stinks and has gotten worse.
What is going on with people throwing sex toys onto the court?
It's a weird thing.
What is up with that?
Okay, do you know that's a betting market? A legit betting market.
What color will it be now? I've seen
it's a legit
that.
betting. You could actually bet not a lot of money, but there was some liquidity in that bet.
Now, the one thrown in Buffalo with Gronkowski,
very funny.
That was odd.
Wait, you don't think this is funny that's going on?
No, I think it's funny, but
it's funny.
Well, the joke I said at the time with the Gronk one was, how do you pat these people down?
Dude, they wear massive poofy coats in Buffalo. That one makes sense to me. The WNBA games, the video of the guy patting someone down, barely touching them or touching the air. That's what they're doing in the WNBA games, right? Because you can't touch people now. People get offended and they get out. Okay, so I was just saying. So why do you think they're getting it through?
I should have said marital device.
Of course. I hate 2025. I hate it. But yes, 100%. I think that's what's happening. It's the air pat, right?
I'm in on the WNBA being in Boston in
I am
2027.
Too. Oh, no, I am 100% too. I want to make that very clear. What I think is going to happen, want to hear my theory on this? I think Pags is buying the team knowing that he can bring an influential superstar here, maybe one Caitlin Clark.
Damn.
Who has said
literally was thinking the same thing,
that she loves Boston and has said it numerous times. Her contract is up right around then, and there is a very real chance that she could get out of Indiana. Now, she played college ball in Iowa. Maybe she loves it there, but the league has treated her, and I'm sorry if you're a WNBA fan and you disagree with this, the league has treated her like a dumpster. They treat her poorly. I disagree with a lot of people.
Yeah, it's she's too good, but then all these people that have been there for a long time don't want to credit her for bringing more. It's weird.
It's not. Here's the problem. It's not just the players. It's the league who's upset with her, which makes no sense because she is the whole league. You take a look at the ratings with and without her in games. It's double, double to sometimes triple. Sometimes slightly less than double. But either way, the rating, she is the league right now.
She said she loved Boston when she was here. Talked about wanting to go to Fenway Park.
Yep.
It was. She was.
So there are rumors that she wanted to be start a team in Boston. They wanted to be an expansion, and Caitlin Clark wanted to be the team. What if Pags is buying the team knowing he can bring Caitlin Clark to Boston?
Wow.
Okay. That's my theory on that.
Dan, I want them. If this is the case, they should go after the biggest names.
Me too.
But I'd be fine if they went after Angel Reese. I'd be fine if they went after Asia. I'd be fine if they went after. And what I'm trying to say is, any big name is fine.
No one cares about it. No one cares about Asia Wilson.
You're right.
No one cares.
But at least here, probably won't because you watch the league.
Right.
She's a name in the league. Is she a name in Boston?
Yeah, I guess she's a name in the league. But here's the thing: media-wise, she's not a big name. Paige Buchers is a bigger name than she is, and she's a rookie. You're gonna Juju Watkins is gonna for the girl from USC is gonna be in the league next year. She might be a name so. I think the league is growing. And by the way, I'm not telling you pay them. I'm not doing any of that stuff today. We're not doing that. I'm merely telling you I think Pags is influential because I think there's a real chance that he brings the WNBA here, and I think he brings potentially Caitlin Clark to Boston. Would that not be an influential move by Pags?
Very.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Oh, Boston Magazine did do a most influential people in Boston. You know who number one was?
Who?
Wick Grossbeck.
No, absolutely not. Nope. I love Wick.
Boston Magazine. Nope. Not my.
You want to know why? You want to know how I know that Wick is no longer influential? Look what they did this offseason. No longer influential. He's lost his influence. They sold off half the team. They replaced it with no one. He's not influential anymore. Sorry, Boston Magazine, you got that one wrong.
Well, that was was this a vote? I'm actually trying to figure out what they what they did.
Oh, whoever voted, then you voted wrong.
Well, Wick is the number one there.
You voted wrong.
Randy in Providence. Randy.
Good morning, guys. How's it going?
What's going on?
Not much. So, first off, I wanted to say I'm out on mosh pits as an overall concept. I have worked security at clubs, bars, and concerts for like 20 years. I've worked dozens, maybe hundreds of concerts, and mosh pits are always a bad idea, in my opinion. Particularly any concert that you're allowing children in. I've worked a couple concerts where kids wander in that area and just get mowed over. So I think as a general concept, I'm just out on them overall. But I was calling in because you guys were talking about football there for a moment, and I know he was talking about the Carolina Panthers for a second there. I'm also out on the Carolina Panthers overall. But I was wondering what you guys would consider a successful season for the Patriots. And my idea of a successful season for them would be something in the neighborhood of like 9 wins. I think a top 15 defense is ideal. If he's good, I think we could be potentially a top 10 if they fit together really well. If it works out like as well as I hope it might. I think from an offensive standpoint, for my opinion, is that the numbers that I'm going to look at specifically to determine a successful season, sack percentage for Drake May. Last year he was 5th worst in the league, and a lot of that's the offensive line. Some of that's him too. Because he needs to just kind of have a better pocket presence, step up in the pocket a little bit. But also interception rate. Last year, he was 7th worst in the league.
Use turnover-worthy plays. Much better.
Well, but still not good. Not a good number for him.
No, turnover-worthy plays was worse last year.
33rd in the league or something?
He was the worst starting quarterback in the NFL in turnover-worthy play percentage last year.
Well, and just interception rate, like just on that, there are only 6 guys worse. And you're like Anthony Richardson, Jameis, Will Levis, Kirk Cousins, Minshew, and Mac Jones. It's not a list you want to be on, you know?
And Randy, I appreciate you. I didn't mean to cut you off. We're just up against it. But I do. Let's ask that question. We'll go to break. What is considered a successful season? Mine has nothing to do with numbers, but I'll give you a number that we should bet on, or at least give a bet on. So we'll take a break. Dan Lifshatz is here. Phone number 617-779-0985. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports.
the worst singing
There you
voice
go.
on
There you
planet.
go, Jeff.
There you go. There
We
you go.
got that
Jeff.
one for next week,
That's
baby.
a
Get it
fun,
going.
fun
Save
drop
those
there.
ones.
That's right.
It's why I'm easy.
Nope. You got one for me. That's it. You got one. Jeff's cutting it. The worst clip ever.
All right, we posed a question out there. What would be considered a successful season for the Patriots?
We have a call about
Yeah, I
Patriots
was going
season.
to just say that.
Okay.
Bert in Berlin. Hey, Bert.
Guys, I can't believe some of the answers I'm hearing. 8 wins, 9 wins. Drake May throws for X number of yards. Will Campbell shows that he can play. Blah, 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 blah. The only answer is they make the playoffs. That's the success that we need.
Okay.
And if you make the playoffs, you have a chance to win a playoff game. Everything else is not successful.
Why?
It might be better.
Why?
It might be more encouraging.
Bert, why
Yeah.
is that not successful?
What not successful?
Why is not improving vastly but not making the playoffs not successful?
It's not. It's encouraging. Look, it's a step forward, but it's not a success. Come on, Dan. I mean, we're the New England Patriots, for crying out loud.
I know, man.
Our
but
bar is now being 8 or 9 wins.
yes.
It's the playoffs, man.
Bert.
What? How could you possibly, as a New England
Do you
Patriots
see who
fan-
the coach was of the team last year?
Yes.
It was a joke.
Exactly.
You
They
were a
have-
better coach.
They
I'd have Bert as the coach
Listen.
over Mayo.
I'm fully transparent when I tell you this. I did not like the hire of Mike Vrabel. It had nothing to do with him personally. The reason why I didn't want Mike Vrabel is because I think he has a floor and he's good at building blocks. Once the team is built up, he has been to an AFC championship game with a bad quarterback. Fine. But he had a Hall of Fame running back, though, which is different. And
Okay.
I know in today's league, you know what I heard at practice this week, Dad? They've been great at run blocking. Okay, great. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear more running. More running.
I think that's a save face for Campbell.
More running in defense. More running in defense.
Let's call it out as Campbell has sucked this week. He was bad last week. Now, that's not necessarily saying he's going to be a bust, but let's call it out as the Patriots media, all of you guys, protect players. That's how it goes here in this town. I don't know why it is the way it is, but that's what they do. They protected Gerard Mayo for a good part of last year. They protect the Patriots media more than any other media, I think, in the city, protects players and coaches unless your name is Bill Belichick. Then they hate you. But outside of that, they protect players. Will Campbell was bad last week. It's okay to say. It doesn't mean he's going to be a bust. It doesn't mean he can't play in the NFL. He just had a bad week of practice. He sucked. Just say it. Just say it, man. Why do you guys have to caveat everything? He sucked. He sucked. That's it. It's okay.
Hey,
It doesn't mean anything.
Nate Solder struggled and played on the right-hand side when he was a rookie. He had a pretty good career.
And he was
Palmer,
a very
all these
good left
guys.
tackle.
Okay, it's camp, and this is what they're doing. They want to know what you're good at and what you're weak at. And we should be able to say, hey, he didn't look that well on inside speed.
It's okay to say, hey, guys, he had a bad week of practice. He wasn't very good. And we don't need all the hoopla that goes along with it, okay? Seriously. By the way, Joe, what did Will Campbell struggle with badly in college football?
Last year, he struggled
with speed.
Big inside speed.
Outside speed, too. South Carolina. Anyway, he struggled with speed. Go watch the South Carolina game. He struggled with speed.
I think he's a decent offensive lineman. I
do
just don't
too.
like the fourth round. I don't like it fourth overall.
Yeah, neither do I. I think he's probably going to be a guard, not a tackle. But that being said, I don't think 1 week of practice means anything. It's okay to say it. Here's the reality where the Patriots are, though. And while I want to agree with Bert, here's my problem, Bert. And you might not be one of those fans because I'm with you, man. I get it. We have fans that were okay with sucking. That is now, I'm going to be honest with you, a large part of the Boston fan base used to be, we want to win every year, to now we want to be competitive. That is where the mindset is for a lot of teams now. Red Sox, that's it, right? The Bruins, and the Patriots. I feel like those three teams right now, the fan base is okay with being competitive, but not winning. Okay? Celtics fans, recently, until they won, a lot of the same things. Until they won. Now, the Patriots had to completely rebuild. They had to fire their head coach. They hired a new guy. He sucked. They brought in a new quarterback. He had great moments last year. He had terrible moments last year. Normal things you expect from a rookie quarterback. This is the ride. You don't have Tom Brady. You're not the best anymore. You don't just get to run. You don't have Bill Belichick. You don't have those things anymore. And I know everyone says, oh, it was all Brady. It wasn't. The first 3 titles, most of them are Belichick. That's the reality. That's the way that it goes. The next 3 titles, almost all Brady. Okay, it was a dynasty because everything worked together. You don't have that anymore. That's over. It ain't ever coming back, and if it does, it's not going to be for a long, long time. So you're going to be like every other team now. That's the reality.
So Dan, here's where I'm going with this one.
Yep.
I wanted Ben Johnson or some sort of offensive-minded coach with Drake May.
Me too.
So if I'm wrong, I will take the L.
Yep.
But here's where I have turned a little bit. I think that this organization really needs building blocks. And what I mean by building blocks is they need Vrabel here to teach guys the things that they weren't taught before.
Right. I agree with that.
So where I'm going with it is I think that's the right direction for them.
I agree.
I just don't know if it leads to the 8 wins, 9 wins, 10 wins, playoffs, championship.
So here's my problem with that. They brought in Vrabel, they brought in his GM, and then you saddled him with an offensive coordinator who doesn't do the things that he wants to do and doesn't bring a modern offense to football.
It's also not a lot of development. He wants guys that already know the playbook that he can work with.
Again, look at where he's gone. He had brought in Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow had more success without him. Okay? Derek Carr had more success without him.
Was an MVP.
The guys in St. Louis had more success without him. Matt Castle, even with Randy Moss and Wes Welker, had more success without him. Outside of Tom Brady, who, by the way, had just as much success without
Happy birthday, Tom Brady, by the way.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Josh McDaniels, and by the way, the one guy you can put on the list and say was Mac Jones. Again, there's a lot of caveats to that season. Is what it is. I disagree with a lot of people on their feelings about Mac Jones and Josh McDaniels. We'll see. We're going to find out a lot this year. Expecting the Patriots to make a historical jump from 4 wins to the playoffs is absolute insanity. That's not how growth goes in the NFL unless you have a quarterback who is the guy. Like Jane Daniels came in and completely changed the entire franchise. So did CJ Stroud. Those 2 guys had 2 of the better rookie years ever for quarterbacks, ever, Joe. The 2 of the best rookie years ever in the history of the NFL. And so now the expectation is I want a guy to come in and take me to the playoffs immediately. And it's not realistic. Like, look what the Lions had to do. They brought in Jared Goff, who wasn't a rookie, who had success in LA, St. Louis, whatever it was at the time. Goff struggled in Detroit. They built it up. Then they made the playoffs. That is the path. You're just not going to go to the whole 9-10 win thing this year is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I'm on the under, Dan.
Historically, that doesn't happen.
I will say this. If they can somehow find a way to capitalize on bad football, like this is why I bring up Mayo. Mayo they were in games last year. They sucked.
But they were a 3-win team.
They were a 3-win team. They won 4 games, but they were a 3-win team.
They were a 3-win team. And by the way, how lucky did they get week 1 against Cincy? Looking back at that game. I rewatched that game recently.
Since he's never been ready week 1, and they cost him a playoff spot.
Yep. And by the way, go back and watch that game. That was, I think, their best game of this year, Joe.
They should have beat Seattle.
So lucky.
They should have beat Seattle.
Right,
bad coaching.
Which is a fair point. I think you could say probably still the 3-win team.
Yep.
3-win team.
But this is what I mean is I think that they'll make up for a little bit of that this year. Because they'll just be organized in building blocks.
Agreed.
So that's why I think they'll be better than a 3-win team.
Agreed.
But, and I
1
know
to 2 wins.
I know this has been said a lot, but, Carolina's a win. Or those teams think of the Patriots the same way.
100%.
And what I mean by Vrabel is I do think the team needs what they have now. But, dude, they do not have depth.
At all.
It's bad.
Is the offense good at all?
So I think, we've heard bad things about the line.
Okay.
Which is one of their biggest issues, right?
And I how I feel about the line.
I'm hearing Pop Douglas is going to be the top receiver.
Okay. That's a problem.
Yep. I agree with you.
That's a problem. He's a slug.
Between Kyle Duggar and Peppers, they don't have a free safety.
I'm not super worried about that, but yeah.
They're running the new defense this year with a D line that's supposed to be stronger.
I agree.
So now they're going to be heavier.
By the way, what did Vrabel always have in Tennessee? An elite safety.
Great safety, yeah, always. Mm-hmm. So to answer the question, a successful season for me is the team to show that they're on the upswing to become attractive and people want to play here. Because although they did sign some people in free agency, they threw money at them.
Yep.
But, I just think a successful season is becoming attractive again. I don't think they need to have 8 or 9 wins and make the playoffs to be successful this year. I really don't. To give you a number, the over-under for Mac Jones' interception is 12.5. If he can stay under that number.
You mean
interceptions?
You said Drake. You said Mac Jones. You mean Drake.
Oh, God.
It's okay.
Drake May, interceptions over under 12.5. If he can keep it under that, they'll be successful.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm a strong under on the Patriots, okay? I think they're wildly hyped because of what they did in free agency this year. I think they did some good things. I think they did some really bad things. I think Stephon Diggs is could be really good, could be really bad, because if they don't force feed Stephon Diggs, he whines and he complains and he bitches, and that's who he is. That's who he is.
Imagine that with McDaniels.
So there you go. That's what I was just going to say. Do you know what that didn't work with? Devontae Adams and Josh McDaniels in Vegas.
I'm going to play that sound on the other side.
Okay, so this is kind of my concern is people are just writing it off, being like, oh, Stephon Diggs, great. He's 31 off an ACL and wants 8 to 9 catches a game. That's what he wants. Are you going to be able to do that? I don't think so. I think that's going to be a problem. The offensive line is a mess. The Wilson kid out of Georgia was super, super raw there. Apparently, he can freaking play. So that's a really good thing. I think he might be your best offensive lineman besides Owenu. The center that they brought in, Joe, okay, arguably, in my opinion, is the worst center in the NFL. I think he sucks. I don't think he's a starting center in the NFL. I do not. I think he is going to be a real problem this year. I think people are going to be really tired of him by early on. Morgan Moses on the right side, good player, not great player, always has injury issues, right? And I like him a lot. I think he's a great locker room presence, great guy on that line. They teach guys, always an issue. Will Campbell, short arms, struggles with speed, rookie left side. So I don't really know how I feel about there. I like the running back room. I like the tight end room. The wide receiver room leaves a lot to be desired. The offensive line leaves a lot to be desired. And you have a quarterback who had a lot of issues with turnover-worthy plays. It's not just interception percentage, because you don't want to judge about the guys who just capitalize. It's the turnover-worthy plays. Because if you consistently turn the ball over, you're going to struggle. Or you consistently almost turn the ball over, you're going to struggle. It's just going to happen. You're going to get got at some point. There's a lot of hype around the team. That never goes well. I just think people need to reset their expectations. This was legitimately a 3-win team last year. Mike Vrabel's probably worth a win or two. Do you think they did enough to get 4 other wins? I don't think so. I think they're a 7-8 win team. I think that's where they are. I think 8 is probably on the high end, but I think they're probably a 7-8 win football team, Joe. That's what I think. Yeah. And I think if they don't make the playoffs, I'm okay with that. I'm not asking them to do that. I think the expectations for them to make the playoffs are out of whack, and I think people forget what it's like to not have Tom Brady as your quarterback and just win every year. Now the expectations are out of whack again.
Agreed. And, I want to bring it back to 94, 95. Drew Bledsoe brought the team to be exciting again, even though they weren't a playoff team at the time.
Yep.
The next year, they improved and got better and brought in pieces and made it to a Super Bowl.
I know.
So I'm just saying I think this is the first year. Then let's see if they have the expectations. The jury's out for me on Mike Vrabel being a guy that can reach ceiling. I think he's a floor guy that can get guys to play where they should be. Can he get them to play beyond that? And I don't know.
Can I give you a good stat? You'll appreciate this one. Mike Vrabel since 2000 is the best cover percentage as an underdog in the NFL.
The Titans. I remember the Titans doing that.
So Vrabel always has his teams ready to go. They always play at a higher level. They're always competitive in games. And that's what I want to see this year. Yep. I don't need to see 9-10 wins or a playoff. I want to see a better operation, a competitive team, and now a place where players kind of want to go, because guess what? No one really wants to come here. Look at Ridley.
Nobody wants to.
Didn't want to come here, right? I mean,
DK Metcalf didn't want to play in a cold climate. Guess where he went? Pittsburgh.
Right. DK Metcalf, what did he mean, Joe? He meant he didn't want to come to New England.
Ridley didn't want to play here, right?
Nope, Ridley didn't. There's a lot of guys who just don't want to play here, man. That's the reality. So you have to entice them with good football. It sucks. You're in the cold. We live in the cold. That's the deal, man.
So for those who want to say, all you do is kill Josh McDaniels, on the other side here, I wanted to let you hear some audio from Davante Adams.
Yep.
Who, remember, they thought the Patriots thought that they might have had a chance at Davante Adams this year, but forgot because the owner hired Josh McDaniels.
Yep.
And by the way, I'm convinced that they wanted Thomas Brown as the offensive coordinator, or at least Mike Vrabel did.
Oh, Mike Vrabel, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been widely.
And Brown's going to work with
reported.
Drake May a ton. Like I know with McDaniels, I at least think that they'll protect the line to look better. That's what I think.
What, Josh will do well?
What I mean is, I think that they'll be good with the offensive line, meaning they're not going to leave Campbell on his own.
I don't think so.
You know, that's what I mean. I could be foolish on this.
Let's talk about that.
All right, let's do this.
An interesting conversation.
We'll do that. We'll get some McDaniels audio for you from Davante Adams and your thoughts on the Patriots. 8 wins. We're on the under 8.5. It was 7.5, and I was on the under on that too.
Dude, I bet a couple places this week under 9.5 even money. There is some 9.5 out there now.
Give me the 9.5 all day.
Yeah, I bet
under.
No playoffs minus 165. Same thing.
All right, we'll take a quick break. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on
Well, the real skinny on that quote is, and that's Davante Adams talking about reuniting with Jimmy Garoppolo. There was, in the past, Davante Adams had a very spirited sideline issue talking about it's pathetic. Throw me the ball. They thought it was hinted to be that he was talking about Jimmy Garoppolo.
Who was starting.
Who was the starting quarterback at the time. And, he went on to say that basically everybody was miserable with the Raiders because of the coach.
Yeah.
So I think we should bring up that the Patriots play the Raiders week 1. I think we should bring up that Josh McDaniels was the coach of that team that was miserable.
Yep.
Josh McDaniels is now the offensive coordinator at the New England Patriots.
Yep.
And when we know this, Dan, they basically lit up cigars.
Yep.
When they fired. They won the game.
Won the game. First game with, I think that's why Pierce stayed, because they won that freaking game. They all lit up cigars and the players were happy.
So, Tom Brady is now the new owner. Happy birthday, Tom. We've already said that, but I'm going to just keep saying it. Tom Brady was at Vegas. They did their version of the season ticket holder practice yesterday at Allegiant. Brady was there.
Yep.
Pete Carroll is the new head coach, former Patriots coach, lost the Super Bowl against them.
Yep.
There's a lot of angles to this one.
Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers is another one. I just see that. I would, Dan, if the game was tomorrow morning and I was playing offensive line for the Patriots, I would be scared of Max Crosby.
Me too.
So that's my thought. The line was 3.5. It's moved in the other direction to 3.
Yep.
So for everyone that's just chalking up week 1, I would like to tell you that the Patriots in their last 5 years are 16-36 at home.
I bet Vegas plus 3.5. I bet Vegas money line. I'll be on Vegas plus 3. I'll be on Vegas every which way in that game. 100%, no doubt about it. I'll be on Vegas in that game.
Geno Smith, the new quarterback, lost to the Patriots last year, right? Now coming back, for Seattle. Oh, no, Seattle beat the Pats. Sorry.
I was gonna say,
beat them last year in a comeback because of a missed field goal. It was stupid. Should have went for it on 4th down.
And by the way, have you watched that game at all recently?
No.
God.
No, I forgot about last season.
I rewatched the Seattle and Cincinnati games. Like I rewatched them a little bit. Patriots should not have even been competitive in either one of those games. They should have won the Seattle game out of pure luck. They were not the better team in that game. I don't think so. And they definitely were not the better team in the Cincinnati game in the second half.
So this is why I do feel there's optimism, because they can beat up on bad football.
So I agree. I think their schedule this year is significantly better coached. The coaches that are now facing the Patriots are significantly better coached. The problem is for those teams is you now have the Patriots who also have a better coach. So I think it's kind of a bit of a wash there. I mean, again, I think Vrabel is going to be good here, man. I do. I am positive about Mike Vrabel. Now you can tell me his ceiling. I get it, Joe. I understand the ceiling concerns with him. I'll just say that's a guy who had success with Ryan Tannehill. Like that in itself is a pretty big feat. By the way, let's also not forget. Does anyone kind of remember a couple years ago when the Patriots played the Titans in the playoffs? Who outcoached who? Mike Vrabel outcoached Bill Belichick in a playoff game.
Do you know that Kraft said that with Kay Adams this week?
He did. I know he did.
He said you have to have a good coach and a good quarterback to win in this league.
Yep.
And then he mentioned that they faced him in the playoffs a couple of years ago, and that was what stood out to them. That he was
the clock rule that Vrabel
Bill was pissed.
Okay, that was the fact that you have a guy like that. And again, I think Bill Belichick now has gone from overvalued here, and I was one of the guys who overvalued him, to now wildly undervalued, where everyone thinks everything was just Tom Brady. You're wrong. It was a combination of both of them. Well, now you have a guy who I'm hopeful Vrabel's never going to be Belichick, but I do think Vrabel is going to be a top 10-ish head coach in the NFL. Maybe not this season, but in general, I think he will be. And I think that is a big draw for this team in the future. I just think people need to temper their expectations this year. Just temper the expectations a little bit this year for what you're expecting. That's all.
All right, Dan. On the other side, I would like you to think about this during the break.
Sure.
Would you rather for the Patriots,
okay,
Terry McLaurin or Micah Parsons.
Okay.
And people can call in on this at 617-779-0985. We got another hour to go. Dan Lifshatz is here. I'm Joe Murray. And again, this hour of the sports.
2 hours to go, Joe.
Jesus.
I just ruined the Saturday and Sunday.
This hour of the sports was brought to you by Valvoline. It's an oil change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 50% off your next drive-thru oil change at Valvoline. It's an oil change, the official oil change of busy people. I can't get on Roku. How do I get on Roku? You see me? I've been playing with this thing for a while.
I'm gonna get it on TV.
How do I get it on this TV? Someone take this remote and put the damn game on, please. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
meal with every adult entree purchased. You got to love the 9s. The kids are loving the 99, I bet. If you look it up, Dan.
Where's Milliken?
Well, he loves it.
Is that the 99?
It's funny. The other day, I saw an empty trash bag from the 99, and I went, Milliken was here. But yeah, if you add up their 10-game winning streak and their 4-game winning streak, that would be 14 games over 20, right?
Kids are eating well, baby.
2018, my daughter ate well when she was with me.
Now she's an adult. Headlines. They were brought. Did I already did that? All right, I'm Joe. I'm Joe.
To us, Boston pride runs deep.
I'm a Bostonian!
This is Boston's home for sports.
Bow, bow, bow!
98.5, the Sports Hub.
Felger and Maz are just his pregame.
They've been getting wholesale deals for years.
It's Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
Out there. If you were the Patriots, who would you pursue? Micah Parsons. You can only choose one. How about that? Micah Parsons or Terry McLaurin. That is the intro for one Seth Rollins. Dan, you'll appreciate this one. Wrestling related. Seth Rollins, you might know who he is. He's got slick back hair. He's married to Becky Lynch. He's one of the top stars. He looks like the Joker sometimes. Anyways, he did this kayfabe angle where he hurt his knee. And he's been walking around on crutches. His wife's been like photoing him like with his kid walking on crutches.
Yeah.
He went out to dinner 2 nights ago in New York at a restaurant with his crutches and had trouble sitting down.
Yeah.
He's done video with his crutches and everything. Last night was SummerSlam. Spoiler alert. He cashed.
Cover your ears, Jeff.
Oh, you didn't see? Do you know what happened?
I know what happened, but I didn't get to watch it now.
Well, long story short is it was a ruse.
I'm shocked.
He played us all. No, I didn't know it was coming.
Oh, okay.
The sequel to the heist of the century.
Yeah, so he basically came out with his crutches after CM Punk won the championship. So he hates CM Punk.
Okay.
You know who CM Punk is.
I do,
Remember
yes.
he failed at the UFC?
Yes.
Went to AEW, won the championship, failed. Got fired, actually, because he punched somebody. I forget.
Nice.
Anyways, Tony Khan actually was threatened and fired him.
Oh, nice.
So he's now in WWE.
Okay.
And Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre and all these guys are like, I don't want to see this guy have any success, not if I'm here. So he wins the championship. And literally 5 minutes later, Seth Rollins comes out with his, but he's on his crutches and he's like, you suck. Da, 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 da. And then he walks away and then throws his crutches and takes his pad, grabs the thing, hits him in the head, wins 1, 2, 3. It was a ruse. They got me. They got me. They got me.
They got Joe.
I think they got everybody. So that was kind of the highlight. That was night 1. That's just night 1, Dan.
Wow.
Tonight's night 2.
John Cena.
And this week, John Cena, he's been a heel. I'm not sure if you heard about the heel turn.
I have heard about
He's
the heel turn.
been, he's the number one, what's the thing that he does that's so charitable? Make-A-Wish?
Make-A-Wish, yeah.
He's the number one guy from Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yep.
He's retiring in 12 more events. At the end of the year, he's retiring. He's walking away, and he's going to, unless that's a ruse, too. I don't know. Well, he's been a heel. He said he wants to ruin wrestling and take the championship with him. And he's, And so this week he took shots. The reason why he went heel was because he thought The Rock and Travis Scott, you know him, the rapper?
Yes.
They're no longer like part of the storyline for some reason. So that was his reasoning for now he's a babyface again. Or is it a ruse? I don't know. That's why we got to watch tonight. But there's your SummerSlam update.
Yeah, that was okay. I'm happy you guys like this stuff.
And Jelly Roll was there. I mentioned that one.
You did mention that one. I'm happy you guys like this stuff.
Who else? Anybody else that was famous there? I'm trying to think. Because they always do something. They always bring in like a singer and like.
Was Gronk there a couple years ago?
Oh, Cardi B hosted.
Who was it?
Cardi B hosted.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Cardi B. Cardi B, yeah.
I saw.
And she's got beef with who? Chelsea Green?
Oh, I believe so. Yeah. They had like some sort of thing going on.
Love Chelsea Green, Matt Cardona's wife.
So Stephon Diggs have beef with her too? Because I saw the Instagram post from him.
Could we have Stephon Diggs, Cardi B versus something at SummerSlam against John Cena maybe? Or I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
I don't think the Patriots would let him do that.
I don't think so either. All right, Dan. Terry McLaurin, Washington, asked for a trade.
Yep.
Micah Parsons has asked for a trade.
Before you ask me this, do you think either of them gets traded?
I think it would be highly stupid for Washington to trade Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, I don't think that. I definitely don't think that.
What I would do is Cortland Sutton just signed the 4-year, $90 million deal.
Yep.
Just give him a little bit more.
Yep.
Call it a day.
I don't think there's a prayer that he's going anywhere.
He wants DK Metcalf money. The problem is Metcalf's younger.
Metcalf's
it's just
younger.
hard. It's not apples to apples.
Very different type player. Yep.
Plus, you're on a winning team. Take less money, dude.
I'll just keep saying this. I think Terry McLaurin, I know he had a phenomenal year last year. I don't think he's as good as other people do. Like, I think DK Metcalf is a better player than Terry McLaurin. The numbers don't say so, which is fine. McLaurin has gathered a lot of garbage time stats in the last couple of years. Not last year, obviously, but just in general. I think DJ Metcalf is a significantly better player than McLaurin.
I think DK Metcalf makes the team better because he gets more eyes on him and might make other guys get open.
I think he's a better run blocker. I think there's a couple other things.
He's bigger too. I mean, he's a true X receiver.
Explosive.
You know?
Yeah, correct. He's bigger, etc.
They're different. They're kind of different, right?
They're different players.
This is what I mean about these guys who are looking for money. You got to match apples to apples, dude. Like, even Sutton's a bigger receiver than McLaurin and all that.
Yep.
So, yeah, I would base it off that Sutton deal. And just get, maybe, would you give him 110?
Yes, I would. Yep, I would. I think that's where they're going to be. I think it's just a negotiation tactic. I think we've seen a lot of guys use it recently. I think that's just all it is. I don't think he gets stirred.
Micah Parsons, the reason why I think he could be on the move is because if a team does give up 2 first-round picks, you gotta look at it.
The only reason I think there is a slight, and I mean slight, possibility that Parsons is traded is because I think that Dallas won't negotiate with his agent. Forget about anything else. I think Dallas won't negotiate with his agent, and I wonder if his agent just says, F you, you won't talk to me, then you're not getting Micah Parsons, and he's going to walk. And I wonder if that's the only possibility that happens, where Parsons is really interested in actually holding out and really not playing any games and accruing any money. Like, I wonder if there's a real possibility of that.
The Patriots have essentially rookie contracts with their quarterback, left tackle, and corner.
Yep.
3 of the 4 top positions in the sport.
Yep.
They need a pass rusher, right?
Yep.
I mean, if it was me, I think Micah Parsons all day long.
I mean, I am too, but it's close just because of the fact that if you bring in Diggs and you bring in McLaurin, you have Diggs and you have Pop, I think all of a sudden that becomes a pretty damn good trio, and now we're looking at a very different type of upside to this offense. Now, it's going to be billed as the same thing as the Bears offense was last year when I told you guys they were going to suck, and they ended up sucking. They probably won't suck, but I'd say that there's a lot more upside there. I still think that would be a problem because I still think Stephon Diggs would want like 10 catches a game or whatever the heck he wants, and I think it wouldn't work ultimately. But I think it'd be billed as something much better. I think the upside would be much higher. Parsons can wreck games. It's just, again, a lot of these elite pass rushers just don't end up on really good teams and then don't end up doing much, like Dallas sucked last year. You know what I mean? Like, Parsons couldn't wreck the game he played. Myles Garrett's a good example. TJ Watt's another example. Like, all these guys end up on net teams, and then they just can't wreck the game plans. Now, Watt probably has had the most impact on in actual individual games, but regardless, Parsons on a good team would be a lot of fun. I'd be okay with either one. I'll take Parsons because I think he's the better player. I think you'd be getting a legit elite game changer.
For the Patriots, though, they would have to give up a first-round pick and more.
It'd be 2 first-round picks minimum.
Yeah. So
I think you're probably looking at 2 firsts and a second.
For McLaurin, you're probably looking at a second-round pick.
I think a first.
I wouldn't give up a first-round pick for McLaurin.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't.
But I think if you're Washington and you look in the market and you would say you don't want to pay him, let's say I want a first back for that guy.
Well, dude, just to give you some other guys that have been traded, Amari Cooper went for a 3rd-round pick.
Yeah, but he's better than Cooper.
Than Cooper. But I'm just using age, right? Because at the time, age, money, the only one that I can give you is A.J. Brown, right? A.J. Brown was 25, though.
Yep.
This guy's 30, 31 or whatever.
Right.
It's hard to that's what I mean by matching apples to apples. He's in a really tough spot.
Yep.
Because you have a good quarterback, man. That's probably why he's holding out. He knows he'll get more.
He's gonna get paid. They're gonna pay him. Yeah. It's gonna get resolved.
But the Patriots would definitely have to give up a second-round pick and more.
I think they'd probably have to give up a first-round pick, honestly. I think that'd be the only way that
I'd make it conditional on going to the playoffs, though. Like, hey, you're going to get a second-round pick.
I actually don't know the conditional rules about those things. The NFL.
Like, hey,
I don't know.
Like they could probably make it up.
I'm sure they could probably figure it out. Yeah.
Hey, we make the playoffs. You guys got it first.
I think that would make sense. Yeah.
But I think a Jalen Polk, booty with a second-round pick would get it done.
Polk has no value, but I think Booty maybe a team would take a swing on him. Remember, he was a very high recruit, like coming in now. So he was he's
just a player. He makes plays.
I think he can play a little bit.
I would keep him as the fourth wide receiver on this team.
I'd keep him as the third wide receiver. Who's ahead of him?
So right now, I think the way that they're set up,
because I think Kyle Williams is really fun. I just don't know how consistent he'll be right now.
If I go by who knows the book, it's Bourne, Diggs, Pop.
Well, Bourne's gone, right?
He went to the tent on Friday night. I have no clue what happened.
I'm just reading the tea leaves here. He doesn't.
He did an interview where I think Josh McDaniels is going to go with a guy like Bourne because he knows the system.
I mean, that's fair.
And I hate that, Dan, because it's not progressing other guys. Like, it doesn't give Kyle Williams more reps. It doesn't give Booty more reps. It gives Bourne, who's.
But so here's my only pushback on that. Who has final say in the roster?
I hope it's Vrabel.
It's not Josh.
I hope it's Vrabel.
It's definitely Vrabel.
But I think Mac Hollins is a part of that group because he's 6'4" and he knows the system.
So that's my thing is I don't think you can have Bourne, even though they're different players, and Hollins. I think you have to pick one of them.
One makes too much money.
One makes too much money. One you just brought in.
Yeah, I would say in a perfect world, it's probably. I mean, you need a guy on the outside. You want it to be Kyle Williams. I think right now it would be Mac Hollins.
I agree. I think you're going to want to mix Kyle Williams in later in the year. I think Hollins is your guy earlier.
Yeah, and I think Booty's your next guy up.
See, I hate that. I think Booty can actually play.
No, me too. I mean, maybe Hollins is the fourth. All I'm trying, maybe Hollins and Booty are,
Yeah.
But then 5, 6, 7, maybe it's Bourne. I don't know because he's a $6 million cap hit.
I don't think you're paying a fifth wide receiver.
And then Kyle Williams, you gotta get him in the mix, right? Andy can play slot.
Snaps. Yep, you need snaps, but you're gonna pop in the slot, so you need to find ways to utilize him.
And then Polk
cares. Practice squad probably. That's my guess. Maybe another team gives him a shot, but
and they like Chisholm. They like him, but they can probably get him on the practice squad. Yeah, he doesn't have to sign with anybody else. He can just come back.
He's a practice squad guy too.
So, but if McLaurin's here, see ya, Bourne, see ya, Bob Polk, see everybody.
Yep.
You'll probably keep Booty around as your alternate guy with Williams.
I think you'd probably have to trade someone who is has some sort of value.
It's probably Booty.
Yeah,
and. Maybe you lose them at that point.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Well, Brian's in New Hampshire. Hey, Brian.
How you doing, Joe?
Hey.
What's up? I'm sorry, I was eating a tuna fish sandwich.
What? Yeah. How do you make real quick tuna? I got a question.
What do you got?
You're eating a tuna fish sandwich. Is it a toasted tuna fish sandwich? What type of bread? Does it have celery? What type of mayo? What are we doing here?
Hot sauce, yes or no?
I'm plain old Brian, just mayonnaise. That's it.
Out of
and
the can?
White bread, Wonder
bread. Okay. No toasted, huh?
My wife's doing a toasted right now.
I love it. Do you put cheese or no cheese?
No.
Cheese and no cheese, hon. I'm no cheese. No cheese.
Okay,
there you go. Good answer.
All right. Thank you.
Anyways, they got me last night too, Joe. Man, I was happy that Seth Rollins isn't truly hurt, but I'm mad that CM Punk, man, after the match him and Gunther had last night, he deserved that title.
Mm-hmm. I know, Brian. Can you hear his disgust, Dan?
Yep. Yep. I sure can.
So how do you do your tuna? How do you tuna?
How do I tuna? Okay. So I don't do it anymore because I'm like trying to be healthy now. And like it's not I like it out of the can, and it ain't healthy out of the can. But I like tuna out of the can. I'm a can guy.
Bumblebee tuna.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm a can guy. I want mayo, no doubt, 100%. I don't like it toasted. I like my tuna cold, and I like it with a little celery. Little crunch. You need a little crunch there. And I like Frank's Red Hot sauce on it, and it adds a little bit of extra kick. Not a lot, just a little bit. Phenomenal.
So I like a tuna melt.
Yep.
But if I was to make one this very second, I'd grab a tuna fish can, get all that water stuff that's in there.
Oh, yeah, push it down.
Push it down, baby. Put it in a bowl. Throw some, maybe 2 scoops of mayo.
Okay.
Smush it around.
Mm-hmm.
Grab either Wonder Bread or some sort of nice toast.
I'm a sub roll guy.
Or a sub roll, whatever.
A sub roll guy.
But I'm toasting that bad boy.
Oh, really? Okay, see, I don't like that.
And I would probably go no cheese, but normally if I'm getting a melt, I go cheese.
Are you toasting the bread?
Just the bread.
Okay, just the bread.
The
See, I'm
mayo
okay with
will
just
be
the
cold.
bread.
The mayo is cold.
Great. That's
Or
always
room temperature.
That's always my biggest problem with ordering a tuna sub anywhere is they heat the whole thing up, and I hate it. Just the bread, I'm okay with.
I just do the bread because a melt would be melt, cheese, and tuna.
Correct.
And I do like that.
Okay.
But I want the cold tuna with a warm bread.
Okay, I'm in on that as well. There's probably a better way to do it, honestly. I think you're probably right. I think that's probably the best way to do it. I'm going to relent to Joe Murray's tuna sandwich.
Did that guy not know what he was eating? Like he just was handed.
Well, his wife was making it for him.
But is that
he's got a great wife, Joe?
That's like
don't give the guy.
I love it. I'm thinking of the luxury that he has of just being handed food, not knowing what it is.
It's awesome,
and just loving it.
It's awesome. As someone with a wife, it's awesome.
All right, we'll hit the break. Dan Lifshatz is here. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I really want a good tuna right now.
Oh, dude. I'm consistently thinking about it now.
Jeff, are you a tuna guy?
No, not at all.
Where would you go for a tuna? Well, you're not a tuna guy, so.
Carl's, right?
I've actually never had a tuna from Carl's.
Neither have I.
I've only had their steak, their steak and cheese.
I've had a few things. They're phenomenal.
Do you know who I actually would? They're a chain.
Okay.
And I don't go to the one down the street anymore because I had I won't talk about that actually.
The Bud Stir, by the way, is my favorite sandwich at Carl's. Unbelievable. Chicken cutlet, barbecue sauce, bacon, melted provolone cheese. Phenomenal.
You would still eat that to this day?
No, I won't eat that. No, I'm saying I won't eat any of that. I don't eat sub sandwiches anymore.
The Bud Stir sounds good.
It's phenomenal.
Chicken parm with
recommend it.
Wait, chicken. Is it a chicken parm with like a parm of chicken, not with the marinara sauce?
It's right. It's barbecue sauce instead of the marinara sauce. Yeah. Oh, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. There's no doubt about it.
I got a Chipotle steak and cheese from them recently from our friends from Surfside who brought we did a surf and turf event.
Yep.
Have a steak and cheese with your Surfside.
Yep.
And we did a big promotion here. So go to Surfside. It's not a seltzer. It's a Surfside.
Yep.
But my point is I had a Chipotle from them. They brought it in one day. And
that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome.
It was a game changer.
Oh,
because like you're used to your steak and cheese, but then you get a little Chipotle or you like
get that
do
little
it.
zing, right? That sounds really good.
But I was going to say Subway makes a pretty decent
They do.
tuna.
But it's just okay. I'm about to take this segment off the rails.
You would rather get a sub from a shop than maybe your typical chain.
Here's my concern with the Subway. Ready? Right? I'm about to take this off the rail. Do you know like their bread ain't real bread? It's like disgusting. Like there's like
so their bread is like what do you mean by not bread?
So like the
like chickpeas or something?
Like the ingredients that they use in it is like like McDonald's burgers aren't real burgers. They're like basically sludge. Do you not know that? Yeah, so McDonald's burgers are like only like 20% meat or something.
Dan,
It's like sludge.
I watched a TikTok the other day.
Yeah.
That this guy left out food from fast food chains. You guys saw this one?
The ice cream?
Well, no, he left out 3 different chains. He did a Five Guys, a Burger King, and a McDonald's.
Yep.
And he showed what the food looked like after 28 days.
Yeah.
And the one food that did not look different was McDonald's.
Yeah, dude, it's not real.
But the Five Guys really looked bad. What I'm saying is you can tell it's real food.
Dude, if you do that with like Haagen-Dazs ice cream, it's not real ice cream. You leave it out for like 3 weeks and bugs won't touch it. No one will touch it. Like it's disgusting.
Now we're getting into this.
Yeah.
Because I shared a photo of us today with Sammy P in the middle of it. I'm definitely heavier than I was. Heavier. You are like a half the man.
Yeah.
So I'm only bringing this up because like one of the things that here we are like with the fat hub.
I don't care.
Here we go.
I don't care at all.
Dan's open about it. I don't care. I'm open as well. The thing I keep hearing about now, Dan, is gut health. Like it's about your gut. It's not about your belly or what you're eating. It's about cleaning out your gut. So therefore, you getting rid of the toxins because these toxins make you feel sick, right? They make you. So again, I know we're a sports station, but I'm a fat guy, and some of us have issues. And when I eat when I get nervous, I'm a nervous. I'm an emotional
eater. Me too.
People lose after a Bruins game at night.
100%.
They call into the show and they're upset. I go, dude, go get yourself something on the way home.
I lose when I lose money, and all I want to do is eat after I'm.
You're an emotional eater.
Angry. Yep.
I am too.
Yep.
But the things I'm hearing about now is to clean your gut out.
Yeah.
So do you know anything about this?
So the big thing about the gut health and all that stuff is it's actually connected to like, this is going to be real gross. You ready for this? Is like a lot of it is like stored poop, like old poop that you got inside you, and if you get that out, you actually clean out a big part of your gut. Like you clean out the remainder.
And when it's there, it does push up
100%
bad mucus and stuff.
It can.
Not to be gross, but you're right.
No,
some of that
100%.
stuff is still
so
in you.
but it's like I'm talking about like years old.
Yeah.
There's some stuff. So the best, like from what I understand, and again, I haven't necessarily done this, but from what I understand, the best way to do it is simply to just not eat for a few days and pretty much do as much as you can. Like There's a lot of people who say like, oh, if you don't eat for X amount of time, you'll get sick and you do all that stuff, which very well could be true. But I've gone like 4 or 5 day fast, haven't eaten, and I don't feel great by the end of day 4. But by the end of it, day 5, I'm just hungry. I don't feel sick anymore. I'm just hungry. It's getting over like the cravings. The carb withdrawal, that's a real thing, by the way. Like the oil withdrawal, the carb withdrawal.
I gave up soda
that's
and had real withdrawal.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Sugar withdrawal, all that stuff is legitimately real. So you feel sick and you think that your body is like something going wrong with your body. The reality is you're just actually going through like a mini withdrawal like you would with drugs or something along those lines. Like that is literally how it feels when you don't do that. I did the carnivore diet for like a year, and like the first couple days of just not eating carbs, that was fine. Around the 4th, 5th day, like 6th day, I felt horrible for like a couple days in a row, just getting out the carbs, all the crap out of your system. So to me, that is legitimately that's like the most difficult thing to do. The other big thing, Joe, if you want to clean your gut and you want to clean all those things, get out in the sun. The sun, it sounds ridiculous. Don't wear sunscreen. Go outside in the sun and get like early in the morning. You need morning sun, and then you can be out in the sun in the afternoon. That will actually, a lot of the sun pulls out a lot of the bad stuff in your body. So like if you go and you have something that's fried in oil, right, and you eat oil, and you don't eat oil. Like I don't eat oil anymore. But let's say I went out and got like a sandwich and had oil. If I wanted to a lot of detoxify from that oil, it's not the best way to do it is actually going out in the sun. It will pull out a lot of those oils. You'll sweat out a lot of that stuff. I feel like that
when I used to drink heavily on a Saturday night and play football on a Sunday morning. Oh, I would feel the sun and literally eliminating the toxins in my body.
I'm not kidding. There's a lot of studies. It literally pulls out a lot of that terrible stuff. So people like canola oil, soybean oil, I want to eat that stuff. But like people who do, if you feel terrible when you eat that stuff and you want to feel better the next day, go out early in the morning sun, stay outside as much as you can throughout the day. The longer you're outside, the better you'll actually feel pulling out all that stuff.
Can I tell you how...
It sounds ridiculous, and I'm fat and I shouldn't be telling anyone any medical advice.
We're on next Sunday.
Yep.
And I would do anything to get Mac Hollins on the show.
Okay.
Because you know his deal, right?
No, I don't know his deal.
He walks barefoot to ground.
Yeah, my God.
And feels that he has to be one with the sun.
Grounding, yep.
He would probably literally... Oh, by the way, he had a great alien thing this week.
Did he?
Did you ever hear about the Zimbabwe aliens?
I have not heard of the Zimbabwe
aliens. I can play it for you if you want, but we can do that. Anyways, Google Zimbabwe aliens, Mac Hollins.
Okay.
So he's on the PUP list this week, right?
Yes.
And on the night before, he comes off the PUP the next day.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, he comes out with this video about, let me tell you about the Zimbabwe aliens. They came down. It was a recess. And everybody saw it. And everyone had the same identity. And no one knows what happened that day. And it's like, now I have Mac Hollins telling me, we're walking barefoot to the games, talking about grounding, and now telling me about the Zimbabwe aliens.
Interesting.
So we need him on the show. We need more Mac Hollins.
I'm in on that.
Anyways, 98.5 The Gut Hub. Jeff, you got anything on the gut?
Yeah, mine's big.
Guess what, pal? Mine's still bigger. I'm working on it, though, but still
Matt
bigger.
is in Auburn. Matt?
Hey, guys, what's going on?
What's up, Matt?
So I was giving you guys a call for a little ingredient to add to your tuna. It's a Matthew McConaughey version, but add a little wasabi.
Ooh, that's...
Ooh, can I tell you something?
Hold on. How much is a little?
Ooh,
you dropped them?
All right. So
you don't need much with that stuff.
I was going to say, because that's like a real little.
I'm going to get judged for this.
Okay.
I ordered a French toast bagel today from a place.
Yep.
And asked for ketchup. I put ketchup on my sandwich.
Definitely judging you on that.
Do you want to know what they did today? Do you want to know what they did today?
Okay, listen. My ancestors are unhappy with this.
Yes.
Unhappy with this development so far.
My gut is saying, Joe, what are you doing to me right now?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't eating bread for a long period of time.
Yep.
And I was really hungry this morning.
Okay.
And I know I'm not going to eat till like 3 or 4 o'clock today.
Yep.
So I thought a bagel would fill me up.
Okay.
All right. So I asked for ketchup. Well, when I bit it, I go, this is really spicy. They put sriracha sauce.
There it is.
And I got to tell you, I've never done it. Wasn't bad.
Game changer.
I'm not going to order it again. But it was very good. And I never would have tried that, to be honest with you. It was spicy, boy. Whew. All right. Anyways, I have people now telling me where to go for tuna fish. Rick Pizzi at Pizzi Farms. He's up at in Waltham up here.
Okay.
I've had his gobbler.
Really?
Which is the Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I got to go get a tuna fish now. He just said, "Hey, you got to try the old tuna."
Let me know how that is.
Good. I was out your way recently, and I'll look at the place off the air, but I saw a big line outside, and I go, "Wow, this place must be good." It was on Route 30. I'll pick it up.
Okay.
Dunnies. I'll look it up.
Yeah, I don't know.
What we're going to talk about here?
Gut health. No, I'm just kidding.
I had something for us. Hey, let's take a break. Dan Lifshatz is here.
Okay.
I'm Joe Murray. Let's get back on the clock. And the Red Sox and Astros.
Are we early or late right now? No.
We're early.
Okay, we're early. With that.
We're early.
First time all day.
What haven't we talked about? We did the Red Sox. We've done the Patriots. We did a little WNBA to Boston stuff.
Crazy.
We did the most influential person in Boston. We did Terry McLaurin versus
and Micah Parsons.
And Micah Parsons. We did that. We did the marital devices at WNBA games.
Dude, legitimately funny. Everyone who gets offended by that, come on, it's legitimately funny.
You know what I think you would be good at? Maybe we'll go a little around the NFL here.
Okay.
I want your thoughts on the Steelers this year.
Okay.
And Caleb Williams at practice.
Okay. Did you see that video today?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I want your thoughts.
Okay.
Oh, and Bill Belichick. Did you see they have a forged in the North Carolina?
I have not watched it yet. I'm waiting to watch it. Have you watched it yet?
I have not.
Okay.
Well, I got a sound clip for you, though. We'll blue that on the other side. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5.
All right, back here on 98.5, the Sports Hub. Thank you for everybody sharing your... My email is filled with places to get a tuna and gut health.
The tuna sounds good, man.
Which is, Dan, this is the only place you can get this kind of content.
I want the tuna so bad, but I'm not going to do it. I have self-restraint now.
How about a tuna bowl? Like tuna in a bowl, maybe some like Cape Cod chips.
Nope, no Cape Cod chips. I won't do that.
What can you eat, Dan?
Do you want to hear basically what I eat? I eat. It's very, very boring. Ready? I will have like burgers
with bread.
No bread.
What about smash burger?
I will do a smash burger, but I won't do bread. Again, I will do that. But I won't. I need it cooked on like a grill, like an outside grill or an oven, like without oil. So I don't like oil. I basically don't do oil. I'll do steak. Same thing. Same type of concept. Veggies, broccoli, whatever, all organic stuff.
What kind of veggies?
So I'll do broccoli.
Broccoli, okay.
I'll do asparagus.
Asparagus, I like.
I'll do green beans.
Mm-hmm. So greens.
Pretty much greens.
What about potatoes?
I'll do peppers. I'll do roasted potatoes, but it has to be roasted in butter.
Okay.
No oil. And I need.
So when you put something on a pan, you won't put vegetable oil on the pan.
Zero oil. I will.
Okay.
And
you won't eat anything fried because of the oil.
Nothing. Yeah. So so we do not. We have oil in our house, but we do not use it. It's literally just butter that.
Like if you put something on a pan, right?
Yep.
What do you use to sear it? Nothing.
Nothing.
You'll just go brah dog.
Yep. I will raw dog.
So me, I'll use butter or spray. Or oil.
Yeah, see, but the spray is just.
But those are the worst things.
Spray is canola oil.
Yeah.
So the one thing that you can use is like you can use like Wagyu fat. You know what I mean? Like those type of things. So like you can like spray it on your grill. Even then, it adds extra calories. So I'm fat. So I'm trying not to add the extra calories. And do all that. I haven't honestly, to be truthfully like transparent, I have not like done nearly as much like healthy eating and healthy stuff this summer as I thought I was going to. I've actually eaten worse than I
What
thought.
about like for example, I like pepperonis. They're processed.
Yep. Yeah, so
processed food's bad for you.
Yeah, terrible. They're terrible. And I actually won't eat pork anymore. I'm just trying to like stay away from pork right now because it's like the pig in general is like a pretty gross animal.
No bacon.
So no, yeah, I miss bacon so bad, dude. But yeah, but also bacon. Here's the thing about bacon. Bacon is like soaked in canola oil before they package it, all that stuff. So you're basically eating canola oil. So I basically won't eat any bacon, which sucks because I absolutely love I love bacon. I love it.
So as far as snacking goes,
fruit.
No chips.
But
like you'll do like
fruit.
What kind of is there like certain fruits you can't do? Like orange is good?
Yeah, oranges are great.
Banana?
Orange, I don't know, no bananas. So
why not?
Bananas. There's no such thing as a real banana in the United States. They're all GMO crap.
Even though it comes from a tree.
Well, but they.
What if I cut one down?
You know what they spray? You know what they spray?
What if I went up there on a tree and grabbed it?
It's not that. It's what they spray all over
stuff.
them. Yeah, so they're not. Yeah, they're not legit. So, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, peaches.
How about yogurts?
I'll do yogurt. Yep, I'll do yogurt. It has to be the right kind of yogurt, but I'll do yogurt. Yep, I try for the yogurts without the added sugar and all that stuff. So I've been, not very common. But there's a Assabet Co-op near, which is in Maine, or which is near my house. There is a really, really good local place that does they make their own yogurt around the area, and I actually bought some the other day, first time. It is phenomenal. It's otherworldly, Joe. It's so good. And so all of that,
I like
every once in a while. Yeah, can't do parfait. No, the sugar's
sugar.
Yeah, so none of that stuff for me. No grains. The grains are not good. I know, dude. I suck. I'm the worst person to go out with now. Like when I go with Chris and Jules to a steakhouse and I ask my burger to be cooked and no oil, whatever, they just roll their eyes at me. They're like, "Oh my god, this a-hole." You know what I mean? I am that person. I always hated that person, and now I am that person. I'm the worst. You don't want to go out to dinner with me. I suck. I own it.
Well, you've now made me down. I'm
Here's the reality. At least I know I suck. Instead of just not knowing. At least I know I suck when I go out to dinner. And at least not I'm a self-aware sucker, and not
there are some people that I've been out with people that don't have the vegetable option.
I'm not that person.
You just deal. Nate is in Marshfield. Nate.
Hey, so we all know canola oil is trash, and peanut butter or peanut oil is a little less trash, but still trash. But what about olive oil? Will we get involved with that? Is that because that's known to be good for the heart and stuff? You know.
Yep. So here's what I'll tell you about olive oil, right? You got to be super careful about your olive oil because a lot of the olive oil that they repackage is actually just crap. So they cut it. They cut it with like canola oil. So you have to get the right olive oil. If you got the right olive oil, then yes, I'd be in on that. I don't have it a lot, but yes, I do have olive oil.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I mean real olive oil. Of course, a lot of it's fake trash, but I'm saying like real deal olive oil.
Yep,
definitely a good thing.
100%. I prefer butter, but 100%. If you can find clean olive oil, 100%, man, that stuff is really good for you. It's hard to find, and the best stuff at the grocery store is like the California one, the green bottle with the avocado on it.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so that's like the cleanest olive oil you could find. It's super expensive compared to all the other olive oils, and people have asked me, why is it so expensive? Well, because it's not cut with all the other crap. They cut most olive oils like 60% canola oil. So it's not actually olive oil. It's just crap. So you have to find the right olive oil to do that. And then, yes, it's really good for you if you find that. That's correct.
Okay. Moving on from olive oil to the Pittsburgh Steelers this year.
Okay.
My take on the Steelers is Mike Tomlin is either going to save him or get fired. Like, I think he's either going to save the season and Rodgers' career.
Yep.
And, boost his Hall of Fame legacy probably.
Yep.
Or Rodgers is so bad that they're so disappointing that Tomlin actually gets fired.
Yeah.
I'm right in the middle on both of them.
So I don't think they'll fire him mid-season just because the owners don't do that, Joe. That's just like that.
They won't do that there.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, that's not what they do, right? But, we did see it with the Bears last year, shockingly. I'll say this. I'm under on Pittsburgh. My thought process from last year was you still had a very good Jets offensive unit around that team. You had Breece Hall, who could run the rock, very well. You had obviously Devontae Adams for the second half of the year. You had Garrett Wilson. I thought you had not a good offensive line, but not terrible. They were not horrible.
Yeah, and they drafted Olu Fashanu and some other guys.
Yeah, okay. So they had some pieces there that were not, again, Morgan Moses. Like they had some pieces that were okay. Rodgers was terrible. Like what makes you think he's going to go to Pittsburgh with less offensive talent? Arguably the same type of coaching. Tomlin's not an offensive coach. I mean, the OC there is an absolute buffoon in Arthur Smith. Like, I think he's absolutely terrible. Obviously, he was Vrabel's OC for a while too. I don't think he's very good. What makes you think that Rodgers now this year is going to look any better than he did last year?
I like the point about the team. I mean, yeah, DK Metcalf's interesting.
Yeah, I like DK, but they got rid of Pickens. So
and he was really knew the what they want to do. I think he did well when he could actually be on the field.
Yep.
But I am a little interested in them. I always liked they got rid of Najee, but I always liked the Jalen Warren. And I know that they're going to go with Caleb Johnson. Remember him?
Yep, from Iowa.
Very
good back. I just don't know how it's going to translate rookie year to the NFL, but I'm sure it'll be good.
But I do think that their defense should be, Jalen Ramsey. Say whatever you want about him. He can play. He can still hold down that side of the field.
I think he's washed.
Joey Porter Jr.'s been decent.
Good at time,
right?
Up and down. Yeah, up and down.
So I just when I look at their team, Darius Slay they added this year. Highsmith has really turned it around. They still got T.J. Watt and Cameron Ward.
Again, Slay is not nearly as good as he's been in the past, but yeah, so they have a lot more name power than I think their actual talent. Like. You know what I mean? Like, Derek Harmon's really good, right? Obviously, you can see that. The defensive line should be good. They bring in Patrick Queen. I think the defense will still be pretty good, Joe. But, again, like, the secondary is wicked old. Slay old, Ramsey old, Deshaun Elliott, Thornhill. I mean, they have some older guys. They don't have a lot of depth back there either, which is my big concern.
They traded Fitzpatrick for Ramsey, but I actually don't even know who their safeties are.
Deshaun Elliott and Juan Thornhill.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yep. Yeah. So again, just look at their wide receivers. Like last year, again, Rodgers had Brees Hall, Braylon Allen was really good and effective at times. Garrett Wilson, he had Devontae Adams, he had Alan Lazardo he had there. Malachi Corley played some minutes there. They had a good room last year, Joe, of offensive talent. The offensive line was good. Vera Tucker was there. Again, they were not a great offensive line, but they're whatever. This year, I think the offensive line is probably a downgrade from what he had in New York. Again, not a big, but ever so you don't know what you're getting in Broderick Jones again. The tight end room is great. They're probably going to go roll like 3 tight ends at times, which is fun. But Robert Woods is your third wide receiver. Calvin Austin, who I know had some nice games last year, is your second guy. Roman Wilson, who's basically a rookie because he didn't play last year. And then it's DK Metcalf and a run game that was completely ineffective last year.
The team is not as talented as the Jets. I would agree with you.
Good.
They might be better coached, but
better coached, great defensively, offensively, they're a disaster. Same thing. I think they're the Jets 2.0. I think who knows what happens with DK Metcalf in that room, man?
And the Ravens should be improved and motivated from last year's loss.
Yep.
The Bengals need to be a playoff team. The money they've invested in that offense to lack on defense is just they have to be a playoff team. And that's going to bite them in the ass. I really do think that the fact they won't invest in their defense, it kills me. But you know what? They got 2 of the best wide receivers in the league, and nobody can stop. And you know what? I'm going to give you a hot take on this one. I think Noah Fant's going to help them. They just signed him this week.
I think he's a decent piece. Yeah, he's a decent piece.
He is he's been a disappointment for his skill set. He's been a disappointment.
I agree.
You add Joe Burrow to the mix, though. What's his name did all right. Gesicki did well last year for him.
He was fine. Yep.
So now you add an actual talented guy. I think so that's my take. Is I think Noah Fant might actually help him. But their defense is the question. And I know that they've drafted defensively, and I don't know what's going on with Henderson.
Yeah.
They better get that done.
They'll pay him. Everyone gets paid when they hold out and do all this stuff. That's just what happens. Very rarely do superstars get traded.
At the top of the hour, there's a lot going on at Fenway. We'll do that in a minute. Okay. Take a couple of calls out. Someone does want to talk to you, though. Chris is in Auburn. Hey, Chris.
Hey, this is Christian. Hey, it's Christian over in Worcester. Listen, you guys are singing my praises. Sugar-free, gluten-free, grain-free, seed oil-free. I own a business named Dad's Keto Kitchen over here in Worcester. I'll cook for you guys anytime you want.
Okay.
Where in Worcester are you? I was at Polar Park last week. Oh, you're on Shrewsbury Street.
Not even.
Yeah, I know you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're right. Yeah. We're right on Shrewsbury Street, 119 Shrewsbury Street. Give me a call.
You're near Via and all that, right? All that over there?
2 doors down, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what we cook. We're turning people around like crazy. We've been in business for 6 years. Love to take care of you guys sometime.
Okay. All right, Chris. I'll check it out.
Appreciate you, buddy.
I'll check it out, man.
That whole Shrewsbury Street, by the way.
I know exactly what that is.
So I was there last week. I did a card show up in Polar Park where the Worcester Red Sox play.
Gotcha.
And that's Kelly Square over there. But that area of Shrewsbury Street, man, they've turned it into like a really nice dining area. So, got to check that place out. I guess we were speaking that man's language. Then this is where you could go. This is now.
Yep.
As your personality goes, you now have impacted a man like him to call in, and maybe you could be an influencer for
it. Looks like they have a new menu going up on Monday. It looks like maybe do like a weekly menu type thing, which is cool. I like that. I'll definitely check it out. Sugar-free, gluten-free, low-carb, dye-free, seed oil-free. Love that.
Lauren is in Bridgewater. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, Joe. What's going on?
Hi.
So I found a bunch of old, this is so off topic, I found a bunch of old wrestling cards in a bin, and they're from 1985 to 1990. A lot of Hulk Hogan stuff. Don't know where to go with them. What do I do?
So, a couple of things. You definitely want to have somebody look at them. I could give you a couple of recommendations, but you want to hang on to them. You want to bring them somewhere for people to look at them to tell you what you should get graded because they're only worth something if you get them graded. Okay. And I don't know where you would go, but I am doing a show in a couple of weeks where I could direct you to somebody that could take a look at those.
That would be great.
Joe Murray at 985thesportshub.com.
Perfect. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you. Take care. Those Hulk Hogan cards went up big time.
I would assume so. I didn't text you after that happened. I was here with Jeff last week, obviously, afterwards. You doing okay?
I'm okay.
You're okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. All right, everyone's good?
We're good.
Okay.
The tributes are still flying in from WWE, though. They're really mourning this one.
I'm not surprised.
I always have, when things are uncomfortable, I always make a funny joke.
Yeah.
My joke was Hulk Hogan wouldn't even let Ozzy get over.
It's so true, though, dude.
That's the story of Hogan, is that he had creative control.
It's a good one.
So he never let anyone get over. To where last night, CM Punk, right, won the championship. Let Seth Rollins get over.
Okay. I like it.
It's called giving back in the business. Something Hulk Hogan did not do. Although he started it. He started the business. It was hard for the guy who started it to put people over.
I can tell.
It was very hard. All right. Well, everybody, the Red Sox right now are doing some things. I can't watch any of it.
Good things or bad things?
No, it's been very good. That fourth inning was very productive.
Nice.
And what did I tell CT Betts to bet today? What did I tell him to do?
I think you had Giolito strikeouts, right?
Okay, and what was the suggestion on hits on a hitter? Certain hitter today for a hit.
Connor Wong?
See that? Oh, he had an RBI.
Oh, yeah, hit.
He had an RBI.
Okay.
Whatever. Does that count? It doesn't count.
I mean,
right?
I know nothing.
Hit
about
RBI.
I know nothing about baseball props. I said Valdez strikeouts over. He has one strikeout.
I want to know your thoughts on Trevor Story. We'll do that on the other side. Red Sox are up 6-1 right now.
Nice.
Top of the fifth, looking for the sweep. By the way, Framber Valdez owned the Red Sox going into this game.
love him, dude. I think he's an ace. And
he had like an under 1.5 ERA against the Sox.
I know he's having a brutal outing today. I still love him.
Giolito, 2 strikeouts. Can he get further in the game? We'll talk about that next here on the Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Giolito, 5 innings, 3 strikeouts so far, 70 pitches. Hoping he gets over that 4.5. I'm hoping. But all the action has started with Trevor Story, who in this game so far, Trevor Story, he was given 1 RBI, but he's got 2 hits and has been the catalyst for the Sox today. Rob Ruffschneider also an RBI, Connor Wong an RBI in this one, 6-1 right now. Red Sox. Luka Doncic got a 3-year, $165 million extension with the Lakers. Well, the Patriots, they'll begin their preparations for their first preseason game this week against Washington. Headlines, they are brought to you by... brought to you by McGovern Auto Group. McGovern and 98.5 The Sports Hub are giving away a brand new Ford F-150. For more info on how to enter, follow 98.5 The Sports Hub and McGovern Auto Group on Instagram. Complete the rules and details at 985thesportshub.com. I'd like a car. I'm Joe Murray.
Start your day.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Work through your day.
What's that thing we do at the end of the show?
And end your day.
I'm not giving you an opinion. I don't know.
Right here. 98.5. The Sports Hub.
Around here, we call them the Joe Murray Pre-Party. It's Felger and Maz afternoons right now. Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
All right, so I had a bunch of notes. Let me see what else I've missed here.
All right, what do we got?
The old timers in baseball are estranged from the new league. What else did I put? Oh, the Chicago Bears, Dan, have been an under machine. 10 times they're 10-1-1 to the under over the last 12 seasons. Their over-unders 8.5. Did you see? I know you're not a Caleb Williams fan.
Not a Caleb Williams guy. Nope, not me.
What do you think about Ben Johnson and the Bears?
So I did play a little bit of over, not big, just a little bit. My honest opinion is that that was a good play there. My honest opinion is simply this. If Caleb Williams can't get it done with Ben Johnson, then Caleb Williams ain't a quarterback in the NFL. So I believe in that guy. I do believe that that Ben Johnson will be probably one of the better offensive-minded head coaches. I don't know how good of a coach he'll be in general, but I think one of the better offensive-minded head coaches, Joe. I do think he'll be able to do some things specifically with the offensive talent that they have there. They just drafted the tight end as well in the first round, Colson Loveland out of Michigan. So, I mean, there is a lot of offensive talent on that team. There's no more excuses. They had a rookie quarterback last year, bad offensive line. They heavily invested in the offensive line. If they do not win games this year, Joe, I think we can start calling Caleb Williams a bust. I am going to say that they're going to be better than expected. I think they can win 9-10 games this year. I think they have an easier schedule. I think they have a better head coach. I think that they'll be able to do some things offensively. I think Ben Johnson will probably scheme up for Caleb Williams. But I'm not big on it, and I don't love it because I do not love the quarterback. I think that he's kind of a dunce. And I think he's kind of a bitch, and I don't think that he's going to be a good NFL quarterback. I never have.
You've been consistent on this.
Yeah, again.
So you're not just saying this now.
No, so this has been, again, I know what the guys at USC had to say because they paid them. Remember who pays the players in college football, Joe? The school pays them. But his teammates hated him. He was not well liked there. Now, maybe he's a different guy in Chicago. Clearly he was not last year, but maybe he's a different guy in Chicago. I don't know. But either way, Joe, I don't have a lot of faith in him and whatever, but I do think I have a lot of faith in the coaching staff. I think the defense is okay. I'm on the over very small. I played some over 8.5. Put some over 8.5 on them. I had a pretty decent number, but that's it. I'm not betting anything crazy. Okay. Probably some over 7.5 if it ends up coming out there.
We're on next week, which will recap the preseason game for the Pats on Sunday.
One. Yep.
And I'm sure we'll get into more football. We did Steelers today, Bears, Panthers, essentially.
Yep.
Maybe we'll dive into a few more.
Okay.
The Red Sox right now over at Fenway Park are winning 6-1. Giolito, 5 innings, 3 strikeouts, 70 pitches. So maybe they bring him back out there. His ERA now is 3.69.
Yep.
Trevor Story, I have to give him some credit here. I thought in May he was going to get DFA'd.
I thought there was a real possibility, too.
And quite frankly, he's healthy. He's never been healthy. As a member of the Red Sox, he's never been healthy.
Well, at least I think maybe the first couple months he was, and that's about it. Yeah, you're talking about a very small window of health.
So, take the money out of it. He's probably going to be a 2020 guy. He might be one of the best offensive shortstops in the league.
Which is crazy because his OBP is like 300-ish. Let me go find it. Yeah,
and
his OBP is 300, exactly on the dot.
You know how I mentioned the Patriots are going to beat up on bad teams, or should. He kills bad pitching.
He does.
But today he's against Framber Valdez.
Yep.
So it's like how can I say that when he actually does it against a good pitcher?
No, he had 2 hits today. He started that rally in the 4th inning. He scored on a balk, by the way. That's how he scored there. But yeah, he has been the catalyst of the team today. No doubt about it.
Talk to me about second base. We mentioned Marcelo Meyer potentially is done for the year.
I think likely done.
Are they best with Rafael in center? Because they're figuring it out. Like Rafaela made a hell of a play last week at second base and then dived on the double play. That was an incredible play.
Amazing play.
And he does turn he can turn.
He's their best fielder, infield, outfield, it doesn't matter. He's the best fielder.
So I guess at this point, does it matter where he plays? Because it does open him up defensively. Duran's not the best outfielder,
no,
but he threw somebody out last night.
A good throw out.
He can play center. I mean, I'm just saying, in late in games, I might want him out there, but his flexibility, I think, really makes them what they are. Not to mention, Story's holding down shortstop, and I guess it brings up third base, right?
Yep.
When Bregman's here, he's good. He made a good play today. The combo's working at first. I don't love Toro, but Romy can't play every day. The team, I think they believe in these guys. I don't know if I do, but they do.
Well, who's they?
They meaning the players and the manager.
I think the players believe. I think the players believe in themselves, no doubt about it. I mean, they're playing. They come out of the break, and how many times have we seen the Red Sox the last couple of years come out of the break and just be completely flat and suck the rest of the year? These guys are about to win what? 5 straight? They won 4 straight, right? This is gonna be their 5th straight win.
They win today. It'll be 5. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So they're not flat, and they play. I mean, this is a good Astros team. Again, 62-49. They played 4 really good teams in a row, and they're going to win two of the 4 series. That's a huge win. That's a huge win for the Red Sox. I thought this team would be flat after Devers. I did not expect the rookies to contribute this way. I didn't expect Alex Bregman to come back at all. I didn't think Trevor Story would suddenly take off and become an elite hitter. I didn't think Rafael would become a very good hitter. They have. All those things have happened, Joe. This team, despite the fact that they didn't add anything at the deadline outside of a bottom-tier back-end starter and a decent setup guy, maybe, who's kind of a lefty specialist more so, they're good. They're hitting. They're scoring runs, which is crazy. I didn't think they would be doing this. I was wrong. The Red Sox are going to keep winning games. And my frustration with this team is that, again, take a look at Seattle. Seattle went out and got 2 major bats in Josh Naylor and Eugenio Suarez. You could have had one of those guys, and you're probably a top 2 favorite in the AL, arguably. I mean, look, I know everyone loves Toronto right now. Do you really think that what they're doing is sustainable? I don't think so. And the Yankees are scuffling. Who knows what Judge is going to be when he gets back with that injury? I think it's more serious than leading on. Even if they're forcing him back, who knows, Joe? The Astros, clearly you can play with. I don't know. Take the AL sucks. The Tigers are mediocre. They're up and down right now. I mean, the AL is wide open for the taking. It's wide open. And I guess my big frustration is just you couldn't get something more for these guys. You just couldn't do it. That sucks. Because, man, I think they're a good team right now.
Danny from Quincy's on the line. Danny?
Well, the other caller who called earlier, when he was going after Lifshatz, about Devers, he was on a roll, and it would have saved me from calling your show and putting you through misery like I do every week with you, Joe. But he capitulated. He turtled. The Red Sox are a better team, Dan, without Devers.
Nope, they're not.
Let me give you the facts.
I don't need any of the facts. They're not. Danny, I don't care. They're not a better team.
Let me give you the facts, Dan.
Okay, you're the facts.
23-15 since the trade.
Okay. Now hold on, Danny. They played two of the worst teams in baseball back to back.
Now you're caveating.
No.
You're qualifying it.
Yes,
Go
Danny.
ahead.
I am qualifying it because you're right.
You just said
I am qualifying it. I don't
said you were wrong, and now you're qualifying it.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
didn't.
I'll let you finish.
No, I didn't. I'm not qualified. I didn't say that. I said their record before the deadline, before the All-Star game, okay, without Devers was inflated. They played two of the worst teams in baseball, back to back. Then they played the Rays, who basically completely melted down. Now, let's say right now, Danny, let's say they did not trade Rafael Devers. What do you think the lineup would look like right now? Answer my question.
He was toxic.
No, he was not.
He was
Danny,
a toxic.
Danny, how is that the case? We have an 8-year.
Don't interrupt me.
Sample.
I gave you the time. Now you give me the
Danny,
time.
You're not on the radio. It's not your show. It's not your show, Danny. You don't get to choose who talks when. It's not your show. Go ahead.
Let's have a back and forth.
Go ahead.
Okay. Number one, as far as Seattle goes and getting what they got, because that one, they have the best farm system in baseball.
No, they do not.
Okay? So
no,
what
they do
gave,
no, they do
the
not.
Red Sox were not able to give, and you guys said it earlier.
That's
that
wrong.
You think now
Danny,
you're interrupting me. I haven't finished my sentence. You're interrupting me.
Because the thing you're saying is wrong. They were the trade for Josh Naylor around the league is widely considered a terrible trade.
Seattle has one of the best farm systems. The Giants.
No, they do not, Danny. Who told you that?
The Giants have one of the worst farm systems, so what you got from the Giants was all you were going to get. That's
not
it.
true,
They were the
Danny.
only takers.
Danny,
let me give you his numbers in June, because you said he was playing great for the Red Sox before he got traded.
He was,
First of all, playing is not applicable. He's a hitter. He's not a player.
Yes.
He's a hitter.
Hitting is what he did.
He had 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. He had 272, and that's pedestrian. The only thing that saved him was he walked a lot.
Danny,
he had 12 strikeouts.
Danny,
his OPS was 901 because.
Danny, and this is just ridiculous. Danny, after the first few games where he went, 0 for 18, 0 for 19, whatever it was, okay, he was second in the league in batting average. He had the third highest hard hit rate in baseball. What are you talking about? He was the only reason the team was scoring runs. Then they brought up Roman Anthony. They brought up Marcelo Meyer. That's what happened. They brought up the kids who are hitting. They sent down Christian Campbell, who wasn't hitting. That is what happened to the team. They rallied around the fact that they were going to be the kids. Bregman came back. This is what happened. It's not that complicated, Danny. Now,
I would say it's addition by subtraction, but they're not a better team.
No, I disagree with that. It's not addition by subtraction. They rallied around the fact that they are going to be what they are. That was the case.
Yep. And Cora wanted to platoon and wanted to do all that and couldn't do it with Devers.
What happened early in the year? They had elite starting pitching at times. They had the best first 5 record. We've talked about this in baseball. What happened in the back end? The bullpen continuously fell apart because Alex Cora made the wrong decisions, which is why I said Cora has been a bad manager this year. I don't think he's been a good manager. If they brought Devers' bat into this lineup right now, Joe, forget about your feelings on the player. Where are they in the betting market in terms of the AL? If they added a guy of Rafael Devers' quality right now,
I think they definitely would. Odds would improve.
Okay, there you go. So I'm going to tell you this as a fan of a team. The betting market is smarter than you. I hate to break it to you. The betting market is smarter than you. If you knew what you were talking about and you really believe that, you would make money in the betting market. until you are smarter than the market, you are sharper than the market always moves in your direction, you are not right all the time. The sharpest guys in the market tell you right now, the Red Sox are not a better team. They are playing better. Look at the market numbers. It's not that hard to tell and how to quantify a market team. Money line every single game. It's not that hard to make a money line. Same thing in football. Same thing. It's the same thing. Okay, same exercise. The Red Sox right now are still a worse number than they were pre-Rafael Devers trade. That's the case. Now, they might be playing better. And by the way, I am wrong. They are playing better without Rafael Devers. I was wrong. But my Atlanta, guys, they would be a better team with Rafael Devers right now. They would be. If you're arguing against that, I don't know what to tell you, except for the fact that you don't like the guy, which is fine. You don't have to like the player. You might think he sucks. You might think he's a bad influence, whatever. The Red Sox are a team who have won with freaking Manny Ramirez countless times. Yes, different type of locker room. Yes, they have veteran leaders. Manny Ramirez was toxic as hell. They won with the guy. I'm so tired of the Devers narrative. They traded a guy because they didn't want to spend money. They signed Alex Bregman and they signed Garrett Crochet. They knew that signing Bregman would push out Rafael Devers, and they did exactly what they needed to do. They took a lesser return.
And how was the return? I was going to say, how was the return, Dan?
They took a lesser return from multiple teams because they didn't want to include money. It's not that complex. Everyone can figure out what they did.
I agree with you on that one.
Okay. It's just not that hard.
They got a bad deal for Devers. They just got rid of his money.
They got rid of his money.
They could have taken on money and gotten a better deal.
To say the Seattle system is the best one of the best in the league is just flat out incorrect. The Josh Naylor trade is widely regarded as one of the worst deadlines of the trades of the deadline. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, Danny.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Seriously,
our listeners absolutely loved that. Our old listeners, our podcast listeners as well, Dan, Captain Caveman checking in, made a nice little meme of me.
I saw it.
I just needed popcorn.
I know.
I was missing everything but popcorn.
I got it.
Jeff was laughing at me too. Also, that call was phenomenal, says Brian. I just shut you guys off. That's fine. Ratings gold. You fight great, but I'm a great fighter. At Dan Lifshatz. I don't know what else to say there. There was other ones that loved that.
Yeah. Look, I get Danny's point. They are playing better, no doubt about it.
People want you to talk louder, Dan, because everybody can't hear you.
I know, seriously.
No, you're not screaming. It's just you're talking facts.
I am. But, like, they're a worse team marketably rating-wise. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. If the Red Sox had a chance to get Rafael Devers in the lineup today, I would take it. And I guarantee you they'd be a better team than they are right now.
What do you think? I'll take one call before the break.
Sure.
Hulk Hogan, Devers, or Red Sox?
I'll leave it up to you.
Let's go Georgia. What's up, Georgia?
Hey, what's going on today, guys? How are we?
We're fired up.
I can tell you this, it's going to be really hard to follow that up, but really quick here. I think with this Red Sox team, I think that the trade deadline was a really missed opportunity. Like, this team is absolutely playing, like, bonkers. Assuming they win the Astros game today, assuming the Jays lose today, be 3 games back of the AL East. And if you told me this when there was a stretch when they went 14-20, I thought you would have been crazy. But I just think that not making that Joe Ryan trade, that would have been great. But I'm absolutely loving this team, and I really think the Red Sox are going to be able to make the ALCS this year.
Ooh, okay, real quick. All I ever ask for is in competitive baseball in September.
Yep.
And try to get to October. That's all. Like, you know, we talked about what's the expectation for the
100%.
Patriots or whatever. The Red Sox, last year they tanked August, whatever, and September was useless. They legitimately have a chance to make the playoffs, and they have a starter and a closer.
They do.
I don't know what else they have. Maybe they have a manager.
I hope Chapman holds up. I
do too.
I'm a little worried about that, but yeah.
But I want to go in the break asking this question, and we'll 617-779-0985. With the way they're playing now, if they do sweep today, does what they did at the trade deadline make you more upset? I want to get into that coming up on the other side. Dan Lifshatz is here. He's fired up, everybody. Jeff Williams' neck hurts from a concert last night.
Too much headbanging.
And I need popcorn because I need to just sometimes just enjoy the popcorn while Dan yells at everybody.
It's fun.
I could use this more at night, Dan. Like just somebody yelling at everybody but me.
Anytime you want, pal. Anytime you want.
You just love that Dan took all the heat from you.
I loved it all.
I don't care. See, that's the thing.
That's the thing that you don't care. It was great. It was great to have you do it.
What did I say to both of you before the show started today?
Yep.
I'm working with two guys who don't care at all.
At all.
And I love that.
Yeah. Makes it way more fun, right? The picture on Twitter of you just watching is, I mean, someone should make a meme of that. That's like Joe's happy place.
Now,
right
just
there,
so everyone
right?
knows, I'm wearing a 3X shirt there, so you might see the belly a little bit, but I usually wear a 4X.
It's okay. That's Joe's happy place right there. That's Joe's
That
happy
actually
place.
was.
Yeah.
Just needed some popcorn.
All you need is a little food.
Or a drink with an umbrella in it.
That's right.
You know,
That's
something
right.
like
Joe's
that.
happy place.
All right, we'll take a quick break. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray.
You see, if you start out with Bill Belichick, no one can rattle you after that. If Bill didn't like something I wrote, he'd call and yell at me. If you asked a dumb question, he'd call you out. Eventually, I had to learn to stand up to him. During one of those yelling matches, I told him, if you don't have the footballs to say that to the guys, then don't say it to me. Bam. But now, I totally understand why Bill gave me such a hard time. I was 28 at the time, and he just couldn't relate to a woman that old.
Zing! That's a good one.
It was a good one.
That's a good one.
It is. I mean, it's a good one.
And I'm sure Mary Kay Cabot's not out there on the comedic tours or anything like that.
And I don't necessarily think that she does a great job. Personally, I'm not a fan.
Covers the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I don't think she does. It's my personal opinion. I think that she's a little too chummy with management. Let's put it like that.
I think she might have to be because they're so bad.
Well, I know.
How do you guys not want you to look like complete idiots? So you might not be wrong.
She's a little too chummy for my take. I like to call it how I see it, people, which we don't get a lot of in sports media anymore, unfortunately.
Well, we have a rebuttal from Miss Jordan Hudson, who has, she is firing back at Mary Kay Cabot today. Jordan Hudson didn't appreciate Mary Kay Cabot's joke about Bill Belichick liking younger women. Not much of a laugh. No wonder so many have contempt for the media, especially those who want to be the story rather than report on the story. That, according to Pro Football Talk.
I mean,
Jordan Hudson.
That's ridiculous. Mary Kay Cabot doesn't make it about herself at all. She made one joke. Get called fat every day. Have some thicker skin, Jordan. My Atlanta. Stop taking things so seriously.
They should just kind of. You notice that? What's up with that? Why does it keep
your
happening?
headphones?
Yeah. Why does it keep doing that? You see, yours doesn't.
Weird.
Real quick, this Tom Brady statue. They made it a year ago. It's been in holding.
Yep.
I hope it doesn't look like Happy Gilmore.
Nice. That was a good part of the movie.
It looked like SpongeBob.
Yeah. Can make fun of himself. I like it.
What do you think about that this week? The guy that's the owner of the Raiders that they're playing week 1 is getting a statue.
I don't understand why it's not week 1
of the year.
Yeah. Why not do it?
Probably because he's broadcasting, right?
Is he broadcasting?
Well, I assume he works for Fox every week.
So what? So wouldn't that make the broadcast that much better? Wouldn't you like...
Ooh, Washington Patriots week 1? Yeah, but they're probably going to use him on like a big game, you know?
Okay, but no. But that's fine. But like, I'm just saying, like, why wouldn't you want to highlight Brady week 1 when against the Vegas Raiders, who he's a part of? Like,
no, you're right.
It just kind of feels like a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it does. I agree with you.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Brady was I mentioned it last night, Allegiant Stadium. They had their own little version of the season ticket holder meeting, and Brady was there. He's also at the Chicago National this week, card show.
Yep.
So he's been out and about. Also wanted to read you this from Mike Reese today on Will Campbell.
All right.
He is the starting left tackle in every practice. Okay. It would take an unexpected turn for that to change. He had arguably his best practice of camp last Tuesday, looking dominant at times, which was followed by one of his worst practices. Coaches seem especially pleased with his steady demeanor to navigate those ups and downs. And I don't even know who the backup would be if he never played.
So, I mean, it's very
between Drake May, not to cut you off, between Drake May and Will Campbell, they have essentially given those guys zero competition.
Right.
And I don't know if that's a good thing.
I mean, I think the Drake May stuff, whatever. Like, he's the quarterback. You drafted him 3. You're going to do it. Same thing, it's kind of the same thing with Campbell. Like, you drafted him 4. What competition are you going to bring in there that is going to be that's going to be legit competition for him?
That means that they're being catered to.
I mean, I guess. Here's the thing, though. I feel under a guy like Mike Vrabel, that leash is not going to be so long in terms of not just this year. I'm talking about maybe next year. What if Will Campbell struggles this year? Just doesn't get it. Not a good left tackle. Just isn't there.
They'll be moving him inside.
Are they going to move him inside next year?
Absolutely.
See, I think they'll consider it. I think they'll
did this with
bring
Isaiah,
in competition.
Remember Isaiah Wynn?
Yep.
Same thing. They put him back out there. He struggled. They moved him inside, and eventually.
Okay, so I think that eventually, I think the leash will be shorter with a guy like Mike Vrabel, saying, "Okay, this is not working. We're going to move you inside." And see
They
how
did
goes.
that with the tackle they drafted in Tennessee. They moved him to guard. Didn't they draft? Yeah, they drafted a. They drafted a kid that was questionable about being a tackle. I'll tell you who it is. Skoronsky.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about Northwestern.
Yeah, they drafted Skoronsky to be the left tackle.
Yeah, he
failed. Vrabel pulled and then they put him at guard.
Yeah, and he's been a great guard since. Yeah. Yep. Again, good player, good guard. You know what I mean? Whatever. But my big thing is like I'm not going to give them much competition because of the 3rd and 4th overall picks. You're handing the franchise to those two guys. That's where you are.
My only thing is like the Joe Milton thing. Fine, I don't want to get into that.
I mean, I hated that trade.
I never liked Joe Milton anyways, I love Joe Milton. But I would like competition for Drake May. I'm sorry, Dan. I've watched enough of the Pastronaut, Josh Dobbs. I remember Dobbs at Tennessee. I remember him on those crappy Titans teams. I know he stinks.
Dude, he can play. He can play. I mean, I think that he's scrappy.
He's an athletic.
He's not gonna do anything.
You're not gonna win with him.
No, you're not gonna win anything with him. But
if Drake May goes down, I know the season would be over.
Yeah, the season's over anyway.
Really over.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The season's over anyway.
See, when you're trying to build the team, though, you need that.
So here's my thing. The big problem I think early on for this Patriots team is that you have to develop both your left tackle and your quarterback, and I think that that's going to be really difficult for this team if you can't call plays that satisfy the quarterback and the left tackle. I think that's a very small handful of plays that you're going to be able to call early on. You're going to have to leave one of those two guys in uncomfortable situations many times. It's going to happen. Josh can't protect them forever. It's going to happen. You might be able to protect them for a couple weeks, but after that, you got to open it up. And so I think, Joe, is that we're going to find out week 4, week 5, week 6. That area, we're going to find out what these guys are really going to be.
I think week 1 we're going to find out with Max Crosby.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Are the Raiders going to line up Max Crosby against Will Campbell?
He usually plays on the left side anyway,
Correct.
So it would be on Moses. Maybe Moses has a bad day.
Okay, so that's going to line up. Where are they going to line up Crosby? See, Crosby is not necessarily a speed guy. He's more of he has a lot of different moves. He's more of a power
pass rusher that isn't he's not a
right.
He's just a pure pass rusher.
Right. So my thing is, I actually think Campbell might have some success against him. He's not the prototypical guy that Campbell usually struggles against. It's anyone with any sort of speed off the edge. Maybe Crosby's better at that than I think he is. Maybe he's able to show it. I just wonder how many times they're going to utilize him because they got to go after the rookie a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. Over a guy like Moses. I mean, Moses is going to be ready for that matchup.
I will tell you this, though. The Pats last year in particular, I haven't seen a team that bad against simple stunts or rushes through the middle. It was
bad.
Like they were in high school and never seen it before. It was really bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's take some calls. Bob's in Lawrence. Bob.
Hey, Joe, Dan. Good afternoon, fellas.
Hey.
What's up?
I don't want to speak ill of the dead last week. I know it was too soon to make this call, but I tell you, man, I watched the first 5 WrestleManias on Peacock over the last year or so, and I'm going to say it right now. Hulk Hogan was a bad wrestler.
Yeah, so wasn't John Cena.
I mean, he had no moves. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Macho Man Randy Savage. I could go on and on.
Yeah, Bret Hart,
Kevin
Shawn
Von Erich.
Michaels. Yeah.
So that's not a hot take. You agree with me?
I think everyone knows that Hulk Hogan was more of a character, and when he would get his ass kicked the entire fight and then do the Hulkamania, and then you, and then, throw you against the rope, and then give you the boot. And then
We're telling a story here, too, with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't need to do flippy garbage in the ring or Canadian destroyers. He did what he did, and he did it well. He did it the best out of anyone. And, stop with this technical bullcrap.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Jeff.
Look at that. Love when Jeff gets mad.
Joey in Kingston. Joey, you made a tour of the North Shore, my man?
How you doing, Joe? Hey, Dan.
What's up?
So let me just say this. I visited my now new go-to place when I'm up in Sandlin, Peabody, Petrillo's. So, Joe, when I first got there, I thought it was going to be just like a regular sub shop. I didn't realize it's a nice restaurant.
Beautiful restaurant.
And it has a very nice Italian North End feel to it.
Exactly.
So,
it's my favorite
Don
Italian.
made me one of, if not the best Italian subs I ever had.
Oh, did you tell him you listened to the station?
So the woman who hosted me was his beautiful wife, Colleen, and I told her why I was there. And she goes, Joe's such a sweet guy. He comes in once in a while with his beautiful wife. And she gave you one of the nicest compliments, Joe, because after she said that, she says, oh, he's so in love with his wife. So I don't know how you carry yourself or what you say to your woman when you're around people, but you're doing something right, pal, because that's a hell of a compliment.
How is the food?
So I'm not a big bread person, and the sub, like the bread itself, was just enough to hold in a very healthy portion of those Italian cold cuts. And Don, I mean, he did a great job of packing in the lettuce and the tomatoes, and I got the hots. And I wasn't overwhelmed with the hots. It's just enough to give a big bite. So I ate half of it on the way home because that's all I could eat. That's how big it was, and it was good. You did not stand me wrong, Joe.
How was that? Did you get a beef too?
Yes, I did. So that was my breakfast because they opened up at 11. So I got the beef there, and then Petrillo's didn't open until 4. So I was there probably about 6, and that was my dinner on the ride home. So yeah, I got a feed and a half yesterday, Joe, thanks to you.
Well, I'm glad you. I'm glad you had a tour of the North Shore.
I'm not really that familiar with it. But, well, you know what? I'm in Medford right now.
Oh.
What's a good spot to go here, Joe?
Go right over to Dom's in Malden.
There it is.
Just go in there.
Even I know that.
Just go see Dom's in Malden. You'll walk in. There's a meat shop.
Because I haven't eaten yet.
They got this just steak tip, steak tips.
I'm going to head there in probably about an hour. So, Joe, I meant to call you Friday night, or I tried to, but I couldn't. That Zimbabwe thing you talked about.
Yes.
I have a relative through marriage that used to work for, now this is back in the 90s, was an assistant to John Mack, the psychiatrist from Harvard that interviews alien abductees. So I had a conversation with him, and he was telling me how they interviewed those kids over in Zimbabwe. They all had the same story. They all drew pictures of these things they saw. And he told me, he goes, this really happened. So I was like, okay. I have a relative, retired Navy jet fighter pilot, and at a wake a few years ago, I'm shooting the breeze with him, and he was telling me about missions over in the Middle East, confirmed kills, bragging about it. So I asked him, I go, what are these Tic Tac things you guys are chasing off the coast of California? And he abruptly, and he goes, I can't discuss that, and walked away from me like I insulted his wife.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I told that story to someone I dealt with, a computer scientist who at the time was doing contract work for Naval Intelligence. And this was a couple of years ago. I told him that same story when we talked about the Navy. And he says, don't worry, Joey, they're ours. And I said, these Tic Tac things, these things that can go from sea level to 30,000 feet in a millisecond, they're ours. He goes, yes. He goes, but it's from alien technology we got our hands on a long time ago. And I said, you're kidding me. He goes, no. So there's something to it, man. Crazy stuff.
All right. Well, if you don't get over
Petrillo's, man.
If you don't get over to Dom's, you got to go to Bob's Deli.
I'm going to make it to Dom's, and I will report to you this week.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks,
sir.
brother.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Joey Truss in the Murray.
He's from the South Shore.
Oh, really?
He's he's a South Shore guy on the North Shore, just driving to places to eat.
It's awesome. Hey, he trusts you.
I love to go for a ride. All right, Dan, we're late. I think Matt McCarthy's coming up next.
Is he?
I think.
Oh, I haven't seen McCarthy.
I don't know.
Since the
I got to
deadline.
talk to McCarthy.
Okay.
You guys worked together last week?
We did. Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was great. Yeah.
Cool.
We
Is it better than this week?
You know, every show is different. Joe. Every show is different.
Okay. I'm kidding. I'm busting balls.
I'm messing with you.
We got to go to break. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on
All right, final segment here on 98.5 Sports. What haven't we talked about today, Dan?
We've talked about a lot. We've had a lot.
Jordan, let me just see here. Red Sox are different for... Oh, the first place Astros were upset with the Red Sox for cheating.
Stealing signs is not cheating.
I agree.
It's not cheating.
It's just a tough look when the Astros are upset about that.
Seriously, man. Now, to be fair, if there is a team that they're allowed to be upset with, it's the Red Sox. But are you seriously complaining about that? Like, shut up, dude. Jeez. Like, no, read the room a little bit.
Just to pay this off, I asked you, are you more upset with the way the Sox are playing now at the Red Sox from the trade deadline? Are you more upset or not?
Oh yeah, no, I'm more upset.
Yeah.
I'm more upset. I mean, again, I and Matt can tell you because I was texting him. I wanted Joe Ryan because I felt that if you acquired a guy like Joe Ryan, you now have Crochet who matches up versus the other team's ace, and then Joe Ryan he's not a top 10 pitcher in baseball, but he's probably in that next 10 group. And man, that would have made you, I think personally, the favorite in many series. I think anyone in the AL is going to have a difficult time in the World Series this year. I think Joe Ryan and Garrett Crochet are the best 1-2 punch that there would have been an AL team that would have had that an AL team would have had in the World Series potentially. Skubal, there's no one really after him. That kind of lines up there. Yankees, same thing. Fried, no one really after him. That lines up there. I mean, I guess Rodon's been pretty good, but still, I wouldn't put him in that category. Like, there is no one else, no other team that would have had a 1-2 punch like that. And so that's really frustrating.
Would you sign Marcus Stroman, who just got released from the Yankees?
I mean, if you really need depth, sure. But
his problem was he wanted to be a starter. He didn't want to be in the bullpen.
Yeah,
I think they can find innings for him.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm fine with him. You just kind of acquired Dustin May to do the same thing. That's my
but you don't have to give up anything now, though.
I know. But
and just as the other thing I was going to bring up to you, Crochet, I'm sniffing around on this one. They pushed him back.
Yep.
He's back. He's going to pitch tomorrow.
Yep.
But are they pushing him back for precautionary reasons, or is he starting to say something?
I think he's fine. I think they are taking the Tampa Bay Rays approach with these guys, and I think again, you look at teams that have been super successful in developing pitching and bringing along pitching and making sure that guys don't
Strasburg
get hurt.
got shut down years ago in the playoffs. Yeah.
Yep. So I think that they are being cautious because they are winning right now, and I think they know that they're going to need his bullets at the end of the year. Not to mention the other thing that was said to me about this, Joe. Look at what happened to Chris Sale when they didn't manage his innings out of the deadline. A couple of those years, get hurt and never come back. And
he wasn't the same guy in the playoffs.
And they don't want that to happen with Crochet. So I think they're being very cautious here. I don't think this is an injury thing.
I just have my antenna up.
No, I think it's fair.
They gave him 8 days off, and then now he's getting pushed back again.
I think they're just being as cautious as possible and trying to give him as much time.
I would sign Stroman for that reason only.
I agree. I think that's a fair point.
I don't know if he's got anything left.
Look, if I'm the Red Sox, I would IL Crochet for another couple weeks. If you're winning, and you know what I mean, it's a very tough argument because some people are going to say that's insane. You're in a playoff race. I get it, but I'm also thinking about the longevity, of this franchise, and you didn't really do much at the deadline. So that I kind of have a hard time believing and wanting to believe that, they're going to win this year. Not saying they can't, because they absolutely can. I just don't believe that they're going to. I hope I'm wrong, man. I really do. Hope I'm wrong.
Well, Matt, do you have Roku? Because I don't have it and it's not on, and I can't. We tried. Dan tried. I tried.
No Roku on LG TVs, by the way.
I used to. Now I have a Google Home TV, so I couldn't get the game today.
Yeah.
Well, I heard
you can get the Roku app and it'll work.
Oh, well.
Wait, but I don't have a Roku
Roku has a separate app, like a Roku channel app that you can put on any TV.
It's not compatible.
I have an Fire Stick and I do it.
It's not compatible with a lot of TVs, Jeff.
What about my new Google Home TCL TV? Is that going to work on that?
Yes.
Oh, really?
It will?
I have a TCL, and it works on mine.
So I was just sitting there with a thumb up my ass this morning, not being able to watch the Red Sox game, and I could have watched the Red Sox game?
Oh, McCarthy.
Is that right?
McCarthy. You sound like Felger right now.
Well, no, I mean, I have no concept. You're right. Mike and I do have a similarity in the fact that we are both way older than we actually are. Mike is what, mid-50s? He's in his mid 80s.
He's like 200, dude. What are you talking about?
I'm mid 30s, and I'm about mid 130s. So we do have that in common.
I would like to mention that Matt McCarthy walked into the studio with a pizza box and a Chinese food box.
Listen, man, I'm just being efficient.
And none of it was for us.
I had Chinese on Friday. I had pizza on Saturday. I didn't have enough left over for one full lunch from either one of the. I have one slice of pizza and some pork fried rice. You combine the two.
That's a great meal.
That's a balanced lunch right there.
Great leftover meal.
Ah, tremendous.
100%.
Pork fried rice might be the greatest reheat food of all time.
See, I'm not a pork fried rice guy. I am a beef fried rice guy. I'm a beef fried rice. So I'm a beef fried rice.
I don't discriminate against fried rice.
Fair enough. I don't really either. I'm not a shrimp fried rice guy. Not a shrimp fried rice guy. Outside of that.
But I got to get your take on that, Joe. Greatest reheat food of all time.
It's got to be in the air fryer, and I will tell you, it's probably Chinese food.
Yeah.
But mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah. You can always cook like Italian food in the oven, even if you want.
I think mac and cheese is better the second time around.
Sneaky, really good food. Fried chicken reheated is sneaky, really, really good.
That's
such a fat guy.
I have two questions for you, Matt. Number one, would you sign Marcus Stroman, who just got released from the Yankees, considering Crochet?
You can never have enough arms, so yes.
Okay.
Am I happy about it? No, but yes.
Okay. And has Tony Maz moved up in the most influential person in Boston, being in John Henry's box?
So I'm not going to lie. I got a text the other night from somebody who I know who works high-level security for the Red Sox. Let's put it that way.
Good.
And he said, hey, I just met Maz. And I didn't put two and two together. That would have been Maz potentially going to the highest levels of Fenway Park. No, sneaky influential, sneaky really liked guy.
Well, I started it with this today, so you feel free to take it. Who is more of a troll, John Henry or Maz?
Cut from the same cloth.
100%. One just happens to be a little bit richer than the other one. Just a little bit.
I know. Maz is loaded.
Yes, he is.
100%. Owns a nice team, too.
Have you ever looked at just AI, Maz's net worth versus Felger's net worth? See who comes out richer. I'm just going to say, look at that.
Interesting.
Hey, one's books and
Matt McCarthy.
Giolito, 8 innings right now, 103 pitches, 4 strikeouts. The number was 4.5. Dan, you think they send him back out there?
No, I do not. I
didn't take it, but I suggested over 4.5 to them.
I think they're calling it a day for Mr. Giolito.
Matt McCarthy's going to have you for post-game Red Sox today. Dan, great job. We'll be back next week.
Fun show. See you
Jeff,
next week.
great job. Stretch that neck for next week, my man. Matt McCarthy's
not much headbanging for Goo Goo Dolls this Wednesday.
Red light therapy, pal.
And I don't want the world to see me. All right, we got to go. This hour of the sports is brought to you by Valvoline and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit knowingoilichange.com and save 15% of your next drive through oil change at Valvoline and Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. Remember Micro Machines? I'm Joe Murray. Matt McCarthy's got you next.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.